right?
Does Gimbal know what's in his head? No,
Yeah.
he doesn't.
Damn it. God damn it.
He
This
doesn't know
is,
what's
it's
going
really
on.
it's really stopping me from a lot.
I think there was an instance where I asked if you were doing okay after that mental thing happened, and you seemed scared, but you didn't kind of understand what was going on.
That's right. That was back at the portal cave, right?
Yeah, so there is some self-awareness about it, and Josiah is always like keeping an eye on you.
Right.
I've done
Yeah.
numerous checks on Insight to see what's going on in your head.
Right.
So I've got your back, little buddy.
Mhm,
All right.
mhm. Yeah, but it's stopping me from being stupid.
Mm.
I think the main mode for us out of game still is to try and just sort of like fend off your stupidity. Like, I mean, it's not stupidity. Obviously, your character is developing in a way that's a little more amoral, and I think it would behoove us to try and steer that rather than stop it. You know, rather than say no, you can't do this, Gimbal, because you'll just go ahead and do it anyway because you're Gimbal. Be more like, hey, Gimbal, that's cool, we can do that, but maybe do it this way, or maybe do this first, and then we can.
Let's go to the tavern for it.
Yes.
Yeah, let's go.
Should we go to the tavern?
Yes.
Should we go back to the tavern and rest up a bit? Have some.
You've done your. Oh, you guys have discussed your thing, yeah? Whatever, Hanks.
Actually, just before we go, sorry.
Can we talk while
Russell,
walking?
Yeah.
There was a reason I wanted to drag the body out.
To fondle it, we know. Well, that's why
other than that, I'll do that in private, Gimbal, when you guys aren't watching. But I actually, did you mention that there were markings on his body, or was that the
tattoos on
just
the
the Goliath
mage, the wizard has markings
on his face?
Oh,
right.
wizard as well.
I'd like to see
Specifically
if I can. I'd like to try and see if I can find any meaning of them, like,
right. You can do that.
like either history or arcana or something.
Make a arcana check.
Arcana check. Okay. Ready for the greatest roll in history.
And also
Oh, that was a nat 20.
nat 20. And
Oh.
also,
Nat 20 for a 25. Yeah, I don't know.
at the time when you do this check, you will have had your identify magic going too.
Yeah, detect magic. Yeah.
Detect magic. So it would have popped to you as a magical tattoo. Now, before you get carried away, tattoos here are not going to work like the ones in Tasha's guide.
Don't know.
I don't think any of us know
Yeah.
how they work.
Just so you know. Okay, so Tasha's guide, there's a whole bunch of magical tattoos that you can get that they've included, but they have some inherent issues that I just personally don't like. For example, you can take them off.
No,
which
tattoos
is
are
fucking stupid. That's the whole point of a
No,
tattoo.
they're rub-on tats. I get it.
Right, and only the halflings use them.
Magical henna.
Yeah. So as opposed to that, these are going to be permanent magical tattoos, and they will take up. Well, depending on which ones they are, they may or may not require attunement. So I'm still working on a consistent tattoo system for this world, but I do want there to be magical tattoos, and they will be a little bit like Tasha's, but they're not going to be ones that can be moved
Removable.
around. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay,
not sure how to
so
work them
these
in regards
tattoos.
to attunement, though, because their tattoos do require attunement, but I think that if they're going to be permanent, they shouldn't be attuned.
Like
in
automatically
any
attuned,
case-
I think. Like
Right.
yeah.
Well, you could
they're
have
on you.
more than actually. You know what? They could be attunement. They could be attunement based, but you have to choose which tattoos are attuned, and you can't take them off. You can unattune to a tattoo that you have.
Ah, okay.
It makes sense, but
Yeah.
So you have a tattoo, you can activate it by attuning to it overnight, or by an hour. Sitting with it for an hour and just attuning to it and activating it. But then you have to deactivate your attuned magic ring or your attuned magic fucking whatever.
Otherwise, you could just tat your entire body up, right?
Correct, exactly.
And perhaps
You
you
could
can only
theoretically
have
get-
one more.
You also
Yeah.
can't move a tattoo from one person to another. You can't give it to someone. And the only way to get magical tattoos is to be given them by a magical tattoo artist who knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
And that's not a character
That's
class.
Right. Yeah. So in any case, do you think maybe until we figure out what these tattoos are, would I be able to take a sketch
Yes.
of them just so that maybe,
sure.
yeah.
And what you will know, Hank, is that the Barakyle wizards have their own magical tattoos.
While he's scribbling it, I'll just say, Hank, you know what would be quicker? is if you just cut his face off.
I'm not cutting his face off, Gimbal. That's disgusting.
Right. Just
Yeah.
thought you could wear it and maybe it'd work. The powers.
I mean, look, Gimbal, your idea has merit, but I would also find that disgusting. So I think I'm just going to take a sketch and make it easier. I don't actually want the powers, Gimbal. What I want is to find someone that can identify it, so that we can, so that we can.
Can you tan humans? Skin?
Yes, you can. Yeah.
Can you what?
You can tan anything if you really set your mind to it, Gimbal.
I just
but
never
I
tried.
think so.
but
yeah.
the practice some people would find abhorrent, and I think we should probably steer clear of that just for now.
That's right. Yeah. If we wish to be in pleasant company.
Gimbal, you
Yeah.
know that the orcs really like tanned elven skin. It makes very soft clothing and wallets and
Yeah.
things like that.
I'll remember that. I'll just start like rubbing my forearm, like, yeah, I get it.
Gross.
Skin.
All right. In any case, so I've taken the sketching then.
If you've got
So-
a bit of paper free, and maybe we should just leave a little note on this man and saying
Stop
along the
trying to
lines of,
incriminate us, Josiah.
I sell Skargenblud to innocent
Children.
I
Yeah.
got what was coming to me, something along those lines. Yeah.
Yeah, I could do that. I'd be happy with doing that. yeah.
What if we scooped out his eyes like the Skargenblud does?
No.
Who wants to do
I don't
that?
think that's necessary.
Mm.
Yeah.
Who are you
I
doing
mean,
this
if
for?
you wanted his
This is
eyes,
for the
Gimbal.
wizard or the Goliath.
The Goliath is burned to a crisp and is now bobbing in seawater, I think.
Yeah.
Right.
If
But,
you want his eyes, Gimbal, I'm not going to tell you what to do. You do what you want.
I
but-
open up his eyelids. Do his eyes look like anything special?
The wizard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'll
They
scoop
look
his
like
eyes
they've-
out.
they've been
Does do his
affected by
eyes?
Years of magical affectations.
All right, I'll scoop his eyes out and put them in a. I don't know. Can I put them in the bag of holding? I'll turn to Josiah.
No, you're not putting them in the bag of holding.
Also, don't scoop his eyes out.
Too late. I've already
He's-
done
I
it.
think he's already
Desecrating
done
our
it.
corpse.
So you've cut
Aw.
his eyes out. All
Yep.
right. And do you put them in some sort of jar or something first? Or
If I have a jar.
you have a jar? Well, there may be
Yeah,
some...
you probably don't.
Hank, you've got
Glass
vials.
is pretty hard to come by, right?
Hank, jar, please.
I don't have a jar, man.
Stone jars exist too.
Come on,
Oh,
you've
right,
got to have
yeah.
something.
Nothing that I'm willing to part with. All my jars have stuff.
I'll
in
give
them.
it
I don't just
back.
Carry around empty jars.
Gimbal,
Gimbal, you have a scarf.
Yeah, all right. I'll wrap it in the
I
scarf.
think this practice is quite revolting. I think it really
Foolish.
illustrates the point that we were trying to make. So I'm going to allow it to pass this time, but I think we should steer clear of cutting the eyes out of corpses in future.
Yeah, okay. I'll allow it.
I like.
Let's get out of here before anyone finds us
Yeah,
in
let's
this place.
bubbles.
I don't need another 15.
Yeah.
I think this would be.
Yeah,
all right,
sure.
as we're walking back, it's like I think this would be more.
Can I get perception checks from everybody as you're walking out of here?
Perception.
Perception.
Are you stealthing at all?
Oh,
No.
No,
Nat
I
20.
don't think so.
Nat
I'm
21.
exhausted.
no, we're all
I get
tired.
21.
5.
As you stagger back up onto the land proper, the actual town, you see a group of youths running away from you in the distance.
Can I? They're in the distance. So I probably wouldn't be able to make out any features, right?
Not really.
Do they look similar to perhaps the youths that were diving under the water? With yeah, there's a
I just-
passing resemblance, maybe.
I'll just say I hate kids.
I think it's important that they spread the word of what just happened here.
Some of them appear to be Goliath children.
Yeah.
Should we follow
Yeah.
them?
Okay.
Nah, let's just head back to the
Okay,
inn.
I'd like Hogsmore to follow one of the. Yeah, I want to go to the inn, but I also want Hogsmore to follow one of the Goliath children, if she can. She is fast, but I'm not sure if she'd be able to catch up. But in any case, I just want to see if she can go and find out where, like, once it gets into a building or a nook or a cranny or something like that, then come back and tell me where it was.
Okay.
Oh, well, can I turn to the guys? I honestly am starting to think we're being a little too lenient on these children.
Fuck, man.
Look, kids
They
get
keep-
wrapped up in this kind
They're
of
the
thing. you know?
They're the ones that keep selling us out. And what? I bet they're giving them lollies for sweets.
Yeah.
So if you're looking at the map that's currently on display,
Right.
Yep. Everyone's seeing that?
Yep.
There is a hole in the wall here through which they
Right.
go.
Okay.
It's like a crack.
Okay.
It doesn't appear obvious at first, but when you have to get quite close and you realize that it's actually a little sneaky path through the wall that was not obvious.
All right.
And now you know a secret passage through that wall from one side of it to the other.
Okay.
Excellent. So let's put a pin on that and go and rest up and have some food. And I want to. There's a few little items that I'd like to show you guys when we get back, and I'd like to do a little investigation of my own.
Sounds like a plan. I need a rest like no one's business.
Oh yeah, I bet you do. Cool. Yeah, how's
Here,
my
let
hair
me-
looking, Russell?
Your hair.
Yeah.
Roll me a D20,
I did-
please, Hank.
Fuck. All right. Okay.
You saved on that thing, didn't you?
I made a dex save. Yes, I
Yeah.
successfully dex saved. Yeah.
Okay.
However,
we still
my
took half damage.
Yeah,
still
but
took half damage.
see, I imagine that from a fireball, it's the heat of it as well. That's why if you like avoid the flames, you still take the damage.
Everybody's
Maybe
got an
his hair's so
opinion.
tender.
Yeah.
Everyone has an opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
All right,
roll
Russell.
your D20.
So I rolled a 4.
I think, Hank, you have a spotty mullet.
Beautiful.
It's
Uh,
quite patchy.
A spotty mullet.
What about
Blackened
my
spotty mullet. I'm not
Oh, he's
hearing
breaking
you
up.
properly. You're
Yeah.
breaking up. You're breaking up, Scotty.
gone. I
Captain.
think he's gone. He's just he's gone.
Yeah, there he goes.
Yeah.
Someone started downloading something.
Apparently, the spotty mullet was too much for him.
Well, the last thing I'm gonna.
really.
Oh, you're back.
Are you back?
Well, you
Can we
were
hear you?
back.
Check,
kind of.
check. Give us sound. No
What's
What's
pictures,
the
but
definition of a
sound.
spotty mullet? Is it just kind of like
Patches of hair.
But like, does that mean he has no hair?
yeah, does he
Am
have
I
patches of baldness?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Oh, horrible.
So take a mullet and then remove 50% of it in patches.
A skullet. He's got a skullet now.
A skullet.
The skullet is quite even. He would have like
It's
Oh, that's the
definitely
real
not
thing.
even. This is not an even thing. It's neither even from left to right, nor is it even from front to back.
I did
the
like
last-
this idea that
There
Hey,
he
he's back.
We're just talking
Oh,
about you.
that-
Yep, talking
Yeah.
about you and your hair.
The weird thing is when I cut out, you
We freeze.
yeah.
He's doing it
it
again.
happened to me as well.
No, I'm gonna
think
say
about that.
while he cuts out, he can still hear us.
What can we do to assist his fucking reception?
What if we turned all of our videos off?
Try that.
That's what the fans want.
Bye, guys.
still.
It's not- I don't know if it's
Oh,
giving.
oh.
you-
Still bad.
Let's see.
He's already out.
Hank, sing a
Oh,
song.
Hank is back. We go see him.
Yeah.
Hello.
Can you
You
hear
there,
us?
my friend?
Hank,
Oh,
Hank,
he's
Hank.
singing and I
Can
can't
you
hear him.
us,
So
Hank?
Don't
No, that-
turn the videos off.
Oh, I can hear him. Can
Ah.
you hear us, Hank?
Da-na-na-na-na-na-na.
that's
I
better.
can hear you.
There you
Na,
go.
na,
Beautiful.
na, na.
This is so fucking Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, no,
cool.
no. Yeah, I can hear you guys. It's just it's
No, we
real
can hear you
spotty.
now.
It's in and out and in and out.
You're good
in
now.
and out.
Yeah,
Okay,
you're good
cool.
now.
Fuck, this is annoying.
It's probably the
Um,
internet load too.
I'm
during
just
the day.
closing everything that. Yeah, maybe.
The last thing I'm gonna do
Maybe.
while we
2
walk
o'clock
back,
in the afternoon on a Sunday.
because Josiah's looking pretty
Yeah.
rough,
Yep.
Mm.
is I'm gonna go, here you go, buddy, and I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on him. But I'm just gonna, as I do, I'm gonna grab his arm where I was touching it, and just test, like, does half elf skin feel as good as elf skin?
Stroke him gently.
Yeah, just a little bit of.
just,
he
But he
can-
doesn't
like
have-
a
I'm hoping
lingering-
he'll just think
a
it's a
lingering
heal.
touch.
He'll just think
You
it's a
gotta
heal. But
Make an investigation check.
And maybe Russell, do you reckon he should make a performance check as well, just to see if he can get away
9.
with like touching him a little bit too long? Right.
Yeah, you can make a performance check as well. Yeah.
you got 7 hit points back anyway.
Okay.
Right.
My performance is 17.
17.
Ooh.
Oh, you'd
That's
be
pretty
hard
good.
pressed to tell that was a.
You
Well,
just
then
you just
you
assume
decide
I'm
us to
worse
do a
at it than
perception.
Tricky.
You
Whereas in fact, Gimbal was wanting to know whether you had soft silken skin like his.
Hmm.
You guys might have made a match.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, doesn't
investigation
Josiah have to
9.
roll?
what do I want?
You want to make a check?
What am I
Okay,
checking?
In perception.
Checking if you notice.
Your
Would you
perception
be caught off guard by me
difficulty is-
healing you though?
difficulty is 17.
A 9. No,
I just
I
realized Hank's
Oh.
frozen.
yeah.
Oh, fuck, Hank's frozen. Crap.
Yeah.
He's like a frozen.
I can
needle.
hear you.
Yeah.
I heard. Hello.
You'll come back. We'll see if you
Yeah.
come back.
I can hear you guys
There he
too.
is,
I
you're
just every now and then it just goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're getting that
I'm
too.
just so. Yeah. Quite
Fine.
fucked off about
That's
that.
fine. You're
Quite
fine, buddy.
frustrated.
Yeah.
Investigation 9.
Investigation. No. Yeah.
Frustrating.
No. You know.
Doesn't feel as good.
It's just skin.
Mm.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Let's
So
head
you're
back to the
heading
inn.
An inn, right?
Yeah.
Now, have I
Same
given you a
one.
name for this inn?
I thought it was the Giant's Causeway, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, what about Hank's
You also will have
beard?
noticed as you go through Ankhorn
Yeah.
a sign at a tavern called the Red Ravens.
Ooh. Now we know the Red Ravens, don't we?
The
We
Red
had a bit of a
Ravens are
scuffle
a
with them.
mercenary company.
We're not very good. We don't have a good rep with them, I wouldn't think.
No, they probably don't like us very much. If they
Starrell's a
remember,
big, yeah, Starrell's a big place,
Yeah.
guys.
true. I doubt they probably talked about their scuffle afterwards.
But
They
they don't want to
probably
hear
just
from
like-
they don't want to hear from competition.
I don't know. We probably end up on opposite sides and the same sides of the field at some point. Might be good to get to know the other people around, from their perspective.
Just so I know before we do anything involving them, are we lying?
Are we lying?
No,
Yes.
I don't think so.
Oh,
I think
right.
honor amongst thieves,
So we're not saying we're not parts of the Frostmoor Crows.
Oh,
we
no,
go-
I would say we are the
Before we
Frostmoor
go
Crows.
in and possibly start a bar fight, are we sure we just don't want to rest for the evening?
Yes, we definitely want to do that
Yeah,
first.
we've had a very
First
eventful
protocol.
day. I got 15
Yeah.
lashes. We've
Yeah.
We've- seemingly destroyed the drug supply.
Wow.
I think
Now,
I
here.
think it might be a good
Temporarily.
natural lull before we. Gimbal looks exhausted as well.
I'm all right.
Yeah, Gimbal does look pretty tired, I suppose. And got my hair burned off again. I just got it back.
Yeah, we've got a lead. We've
Does
Do we?
restoration.
What were
Yeah,
those
well-
notes? Hang on, let's sit down. Let's sit down at a table and read some notes.
all right to the
So we sit
causeway.
at the table. All right, cool. So actually, we go to the causeway.
Mhm.
Do we want to role play going into the causeway, sitting down, and all that sort of jazz? Or-
Yeah.
yeah. All right.
Are the Red Ravens in the causeway?
No.
No, they're at the
They
Red
have their
Raven
own-
Tavern. They've got their own
Yeah,
Yeah,
tavern.
they have their own
Okay.
tavern. Yeah.
That's
We should
living,
get our own
guys.
tavern.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, we don't have our own tavern.
we're not a
Yeah,
franchise yet.
We don't have our own tavern.
There's not a Frostmoor Crows in every town.
I bet they don't
Yeah,
have goblins.
but we could have one in Balkanard.
Not
Yeah.
yet.
Crows only.
Oh,
Yeah, get out. I don't know. Only we're allowed. So the tavern exists only on our coin, which doesn't work economically. Yeah.
Alright.
Anyway, so all right. Well, I'm going to go over to what was his name? Uthor.
Glass
Uthor.
bartenders. Yeah.
Uthor.
Yeah.
Uthor. I'm going to head over to Uthor. I assume he's behind the bar.
You are back again, I see.
G'day, Uthor. How is business today?
It is the same as every day. Slow.
There's no highs and lows. That's pretty standard. That's odd for a bar.
Ah, but it is high in the evening and slow in the night. In the day, I mean.
What is the time of day, actually?
Therefore, over the course of the day, I make always very much the same gold.
Oh, I see. All right. Okay. So I suppose if it's always
It is
the same, it's sort of an average.
predictable.
Right. Okay. Cool. All right. Well, I tell you what, old Uthor.
What happened to your hair?
I
I tried to give him a haircut.
Oh,
You have failed.
I have.
It is
So I
very
didn't try to
bad
make it.
indeed. No Goliath would be seen dead looking like you.
However,
We should shave it off.
I made
You're breaking up.
You. Yeah, breaking up. I'll give you a chance to get back.
Well, I'm not a Goliath. Less here to lose. Yeah.
So, what can I do for you all?
No hearing me.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
okay.
hearing
See
you.
and hear you
Yep.
now, Hank.
Damn it. You can hear me? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
see and
Cool.
Good
hear.
now.
You
So
caught up.
I would like to get some food and some drink for me and my friends here, and a table, a private table, if I could, away from the majority of the people.
Thanks,
Do
bye.
you wish to have Goliath food or human?
What's Goliath food entail there?
Well,
No
we-
fermented
we've-
fish, is it?
More food, more cost.
Oh,
I
normal,
think human
normal.
food is okay. Yeah.
Yeah, humans.
We've
No,
had
very
nothing but
good.
salted jerky for the last 6 weeks.
Mm.
Mm,
Wait, 6 weeks? How long have we been on the road?
Nothing's
2
wrong with
weeks?
jerky.
at least.
No,
We were
2
on the
week-
road
it
for a
was-
while, man.
It was 2 weeks from Bangate to No,
Yeah.
sorry, from Balconard just to the bloody.
Okay.
It's been ages.
It's
Yeah, it's been a
long time.
while.
It's about
Okay.
6 weeks from Balconard to here. 6 to,
Jeez.
even to
Right.
8, possibly 8 weeks.
So it's probably been 7 weeks. So it's split the difference, eh?
Yeah, and you're at least
7 weeks. Eh?
Yep, that makes sense. Yeah.
All right.
Do you wish
yeah,
to have fish?
No.
No,
No, thank you.
fish.
Is the
Yeah,
fish
meat.
normally caught from the harbour or from the sea?
Different. The harbor here is part of a gulf. You did not know that.
Do you have any mammoth?
We not eat
That's probably very
mammoth
offensive.
very
Ah.
often. Young one. Mammoth
Forgive Gimbal.
is very
He's a ranger.
tough
He eats
to eat.
everything.
Hard to consume for us. But sometimes, when desperate, mammoth will suffice.
I would like meat then. Some form of meat.
Or rock, we have.
I don't want to eat rock.
Or rock.
Oh. Yeah, sure.
To cow.
Or rock.
I'll take
Like
it.
cows and bulls.
Yeah, I'll have some more rock. Yes, please.
Very well.
Yeah.
He
Do you have any mushrooms?
looks at you for a minute. Yes, I think there is a fungus.
I would love some fungus.
He goes into the other room for a minute and you hear him talking to some cooks. He comes back. Your food is now being prepared.
Thank
Very
you, Uthor.
appreciative.
Beer, please.
Yes. And I'd
You
like
wish
to
beer,
buy a
wine,
a small
alcohol.
keg cask.
I'll
Ah,
go wine. Wine, thank you. Yes.
wine for you.
I'll have beer, and I'm going to.
Conk.
I'll get a little firkin,
Right.
firkin of ale for us to share.
Is it a jug? Was I given a jug?
Yep.
Oh, good.
Jug of
I'll
wine.
pick the jug up and look around, find a table.
Very good.
Gimbal's getting shit faced.
Mhm.
All
A
right.
jug of wine.
It's antiseptic for my head. Wait,
All right.
Panadol, paracetamol for my head.
Yes, that's a yep. Okay. Gimbal, you have discovered that you've been eating a lot lately, and that alcohol is not having the same effect on you. It seems to consume much more quickly. Like it just out of game. The tadpole burns it.
Damn it. Hello,
Shame.
And eating for two.
Right.
Sorry.
So you're pregnant in the brain.
Okay. All right. So, well, that means I can chug it all down pretty easily. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. So Gimbal's throwing it back.
Mm.
All right.
I'll need another jug. I turn back and say,
But I mean, the tadpole has to turn it into something, though. So I guess you're peeing constantly.
oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Peeing out where though? Is it going to go down to his
He
urinary
is out of my
tract,
ears.
or
It'll
just
be like
just
out of his nose? Or...
maybe like plasma coming out of his nose. Yeah, like a runny
Yeah,
nose when
yeah.
he drinks alcohol.
No, he just has to go to the bathroom more often. Everybody's got an opinion.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So
Right.
you're at the table.
Right,
You're
right.
scoffing food. Hank, you've got things that you were going to talk about.
Yes, right. Me hearties gathering close, cause
Mhm.
old Hanky's got some goodies to share.
I love goodies.
Now, So I don't know what any of this stuff does yet. However, I can tell you that we pulled some loot off our old drug dealing friend at the top there. So first of all, I bring out this magic book. I bring out the spell book. I don't know what it looks like, but whatever. It looks like a spell book.
It looks
Is that
like
right?
it looks a bit more like a book with a cover made of skin.
Ugh. God, what's with all
like
these
vellum.
people?
All right.
Well,
So
I mean,
this
leather's just skin.
book has got some. This book, I've had a quick rifle through this book, and it's got some things that I can learn from.
You're going
So
again.
I'm going to be
What
spending a
kinda-
bit of time with this book, this little ring. I put it on the table. Say, "This is magic." You guys can still see me
Yeah,
down
we're
there?
good.
Yeah,
You're back,
you're
you're back.
dancing.
Cool. It gave me a little. Your internet
Said,
connection is
"This-
unstable.
This ring
message,
is
so-
magic.
Yeah, we can keep that in there if you want.
Yeah.
All right, so I pull out the ring, I put it on the thing, and I'm like, magic. Like this.
What kind of magic?
That's a good point, actually.
I'll test it. Can I pick it up?
You haven't identified
Yeah.
them yet, have you, Hank?
I put it on
but
the ring.
detect magic does technically tell you what kind of magic it is. Doesn't tell you what it is. It just tells you the school.
The
but-
school, okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
if you can't be bothered, I don't care.
Out of
Um,
game, I'm not sure what schools they would
Yeah,
be from.
whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I put the ring down. I say, don't put it on because it could be cursed, and I don't know what it is. Right. So
But
I'm just
who
putting it on the
carries-
table to show you the loot.
That
Wait,
guy,
wasn't
that
he
guy was
wearing it?
wearing it. Yeah.
Yeah, but he may have attuned to it. He may have overcome the curse. I don't know.
Ipso
Just
facto,
leave it-
the ring is fine.
Ipso facto, don't fucking touch my ring, Gimbal.
Wait, which
Ooh,
one?
sweet.
Are they both yours? Hang
No,
on.
there's only
There's
one.
ring.
Oh,
There's
okay.
one ring. Yeah. one
Originally, there
ring.
was going to be two, but I changed my mind.
Okay. What else we
Okay.
got? What else we got? Are you just showing us
Right,
stuff that
so I
you've
put
got?
that on the
Are you
table.
just boasting to us now?
No, this is stuff
this is
that
my
we've
ring.
got. These are
Okay.
this is
Okay.
just for all of us. We
So
can
then
decide
I can
who
put on
gets
the
it.
ring.
Who? No, not yet. Shush. I am in control of these items for now because I say so. But these are for us. I'm going to tell you now that I'm donating them to the Frostmoor Crows.
Good.
I'll probably end up using them anyway. But
Daughters
anyway.
can suck it.
So I pull out this
Ugh.
little pouch. I said, "This is full of components. I can pick out what I want. We can sell the rest." And then I pull out this magical amulet.
Hang on. For
Pull out
the
an amulet. I put it on the table, and I go like this.
Oh,
Yeah.
Now-
Yeah. And
Fancy
then
jewelry.
lastly, fancy jewelry. Lastly, actually no, second to lastly, I pull out this big staff and I plonk it on the table. Magic. And then lastly, I
is
pull
it a
out
big-
something. I say, right
is-
now, this is it's a staff. It's a staff.
Oh, I
So,
thought it was a
like,
rod.
Well, a rod is a
Staff,
kind of
rod,
staff.
same
Yeah,
So- okay, so it's full on.
It's a
It's a
fully,
staff, yeah.
full length staff, but
Yep.
it looks like a rod. Like it's a. It's a,
Okay, so it's
not
got like
made
big
of wood.
ball and
Yeah, it's got an orb on the end of it and shit like that.
cool. Okay.
Okay, cool. So that's on the table now too. And
Mm-hmm.
lastly, now this is the last thing. It's not magical, but I think it pertains to us and our mission more specifically. I pull out a little box, and inside it is a bunch of these little papers. Now I can't read them because I think they're encoded, but I think once we figure out what they say, we'll have a better idea of what we need to do to stop this thing that's going on.
Maybe it's just a language you don't understand. Hang
Yeah,
on. Can I
can I
grab
have
a
a
piece of
look at it?
paper? Yeah.
Could be.
Because I can read giant.
We all look at the papers.
Okay. The papers are written in an Arcana script, and it is indeed coded.
Damn it.
Not
That's-
giant.
This
Makes-
word here probably means boat.
Makes very little sense to you at all.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
It's some sort of cipher.
Yeah.
You
So
can
we'd
each make an
need-
investigation check if you wish.
All right.
Okay.
I will make an investigation check on the papers.
Sip.
I got it.
Solid 10.
24.
What's that?
23.
Any natural 20s?
No, that was 19. I can
Yeah,
tell
I
you
got
that the
18.
most common two letters placed together are L and L. So if we can find two symbols similar, we can work backwards from there.
What?
I thought E was the most common.
No, two letters
together.
together.
Ah, yes, true.
That's
Yep.
how they did the zodiac cipher.
Yeah. It's also how they did hieroglyphics.
LL. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Well, I'm not very. Just say it. Well, I'm not very smart. So
And the most common vowel, if we still, use vowels in stereo, would be an E, but prior to those double L's. So,
I don't have vowels. Do we just go?
well,
like,
they
hello.
might not be called vowels.
Oh.
Nah.
Mouths. I don't know.
mouthy words.
Not non-tongue sounds.
Mm. No, we don't want to put words in Russell's mouth.
No.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
Yeah, it was totally intended. Don't you dare.
Okay, so we can't. Do we know anyone who deciphers things? Can read things that are weird?
Well, I would imagine that a thieves guild, per se, the underground, you might find somebody who is well versed in ciphers and cryptisms and whatnot.
Or maybe certain other arcane tricksters that we know.
I feel like Milmo Glass would be good at it.
Yes, but Milmore Glass
Bingo.
is a good 3 months that way.
That's right. Yeah.
Well,
Unless
can
we can
What
find-
about
Unless we
another
can find
wizard?
a portal. Well, the
I
only
agree.
way-
Let's capture one, interrogate them.
Well,
torture-
Gimbal, we were going to try and capture this the latest one, but something happened to him and he died before we could do that. I don't know what happened.
one.
fell down the stairs and
The
broke his neck.
Goliath.
Yeah.
Kind of comically, really.
Russ,
None
do
of us
I
saw it,
know?
though.
Russ, do I
Yeah,
know
did we
that I
check
did
the
that?
area for bananas?
That you did
You know.
what?
That I exploded and blasted that guy down some stairs.
Do you know that you did that? I don't think that you
I
are
had the-
aware that it
'cause
was
I had that-
you. Like,
Yeah,
you,
I had that vision.
You had a brief blackout when the actual discharge occurs. So I think you lose sort of 10 seconds around that time. Maybe
Okay, so
well, should we say a turn?
I just say, well, you can't help a guy falling down the stairs, Hank.
Mhm.
Everyone slips up every now and then.
FYI, the amulet, Hank, looks like this.
Oh, I'm gonna take a screenshot of that.
Oh, that's
Is
a
that
thing.
Closed eye.
Look, if you read in the background, amulet of
I've got spells that
Something.
have that thing. Hold on.
Got it.
You got a
It's-
screenshot?
Yeah, I got the screenshot.
Okay.
look at closed eye. Maybe it makes you blind.
It's an abjuration thing, isn't it? That thing on the top,
Ooh.
The
the
symbol.
logo.
Wow.
Yeah, the
does
symbol on
does
top,
Tricky know
that's-
that?
I think you should, Hank.
Hank probably
Maybe,
does know that.
but I mean, yeah, I'm gonna. Well, I mean, out of game, I already know what it is, but in game, I'm gonna have to sit and look at it for a bit before I can figure out what it does. I'm gonna have to cast and identify.
What if? Okay, so hear me out, Hank. What if you put on the ring and you put on the amulet, and that lets you read the paper?
Perhaps, Gimbal,
test
what I
it.
should do instead is
them to
do
me.
it the normal, sane way and cast Identify on them,
Right.
which would take me an extra 10 to 20 minutes.
Will you do that while we all eat and drink?
All right.
Well, I'm
So
planning on
would
it.
Would you like to rent a room?
I thought we
Yes.
already had.
We have for the week.
Have a
remember?
room.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're
Good.
trying to get another room out of
You
us.
forgetful boy.
Yes, it seems I was. Forgive me.
That's fine. You just bring another jar of wine for free, and we eat.
He looks at you for a minute. Gimbal, make a persuasion check.
Oh,
Sure, you
Really
can pay for
good.
this last round. Jim.
-1 persuasion. 5.
Ha ha, I will not fall for your trick.
Damn it. No, you're too smart for me.
You nearly got me that time.
Yeah, he's on to you, Gimbal.
Right. So you know where your room is.
All right.
Right. So you're going to
So,
go.
yeah.
Okay, so you go and cast some spells and do some rituals. Is that right?
Yeah.
Hank?
And then I wouldn't mind having a long rest, actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you tell
Well-
the others what you find before you take this long rest, or are you going to force them to wait 8-9 hours before you tell them anything about this stuff?
Yeah.
That all depends on whether or not I want it. Yeah, so I'll cast Identify as rituals. So it'll probably take me about half an hour anyway
Okay.
to look at all 3 items.
Right.
3?
Do you
And
know
then,
what-
I'll let them know, and then we can have a long rest.
Right.
So
Now, have I given you information on all 3 items?
on 2 of them, you haven't
2
told
of
me
them.
what the staff is.
Okay. Let me pass you some information on the stuff then, Hank.
In the meantime, I'll ask the boss man later on about the Red Ravens being in town. Let's let it go.
Are those cherry red keys?
What?
Is it a mechanical keyboard?
It is.
Is it cherry red?
It is not.
Oh.
It's black. Did you
Oh.
hear the red though? You could.
No, I feel like it's got a slightly different click-like to it. I got cherry reds.
You got cherry red. I want to see yours.
I've got. It's actually a very tiny,
This is mine.
super old. But there you go.
Wow.
It's blurring
fancy.
it.
It's so fancy. Mine's just like the cheapest fucking thingy Wi-Fi wireless keyboard I could get my hands on. This is nice though. I like it.
It's the Cooler Master range.
Oh,
CM
really?
Storm.
But a
Yeah, I
Cool
bought it
Master-
ages ago.
Cool Master is the name of my computer box, my tower. So Hank, did you get
Yeah,
my
they do-
message?
I did, yeah. Navigation abilities. Cool. All right, guys. So gather around. We're going to discuss these items.
Yes.
Come hither, come hither.
Mhm.
Right. So, fortunately for me, these are mostly tailored towards people who can cast spells. So,
I can
well,
cast spells.
yeah, but you probably won't have much use for these ones. Maybe the ring, actually. So we'll start with the ring. So right here we have a ring of spell storing. Now, Russell, would I know whether or not it's still got spells in it? Would I have figured that out?
You don't know.
Okay.
Out of game. No, you won't know that unless you attune to it.
Okay, right, sweet. So this little number here can store spells. You can put a spell in it, and then rather than use the spell slot, you can send it through. You can cast it from the ring. I'm not sure if that casts an action or a bonus action.
You have to say anything as you do go, bah, bah, like punch forward as a dramatic.
Right. I imagine it probably still casts an action then, rather than using spells as a bonus action. That seems a little bit too overpowered.
It's not a bonus action. It's definitely an action, and it will
Yeah.
does everything the spell does except for taking a spell slot.
Yep. Gotcha.
But
Cool.
does the ring itself have charges to it? I assume.
Yeah.
No,
No,
so
the
it's-
ring has X number of levels worth of spells you can
Yep.
store in it.
But
Mm,
do you have to spend? Do you have to
You have to attune to
bequeath
it.
a spell slot in? Like you have to cast a spell into the ring, so you still use that spell slot.
Yes, but you could take a long rest after.
Yeah,
that.
before. Yeah, okay. So before, if you've got leftover spells, you chuck whatever you want in the ring, and off you go.
Right.
Okay.
And what another thing that I would ask is, you've got certain spell levels though. Can you then cast that spell as many times as you want from that ring, or are there charges to it?
Charges.
Charges.
There must be charges.
The way
okay.
the way I see it is, you got 5 levels of spells. You can have 1 5th level spell, or you can have 5 first level spells.
Right. Yep. Gotcha. Cool. And yeah, and it will have a certain amount of charges
Yep.
that we don't know about yet.
And those
but that's
first level
cool, 'cause we'll
spells may
figure that out.
all be magic missile, or they
Yep.
may be 5 different first level spells.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of like one of those levels is a charge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the charges take up however many levels you use, right?
Right.
5
Okay.
is the total.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool. So there's that ring of spell storing. Then we've got this amulet, which is pretty interesting. This amulet can provide a defense against detection and location spells. So whoever is wearing it will you can't scry that person. You can't figure out where they are, is what I'm getting from this. Proof against detection and location is what it is specifically.
Would
I'm
that
wondering
work
if
on something like,
Sneaky.
Irex.
if a location had security spells on it, would that be able to bypass those?
I don't think
Like a
so.
glyph.
I don't think so. I think it's more to do with concealment than of the individual. Rather
Yeah.
than,
So if I wore it, right, and I broke into
Yeah.
a place that had magic spells for security, like detect
Right.
the person or something, which
Right.
sounds some alarm somewhere, would this bypass that?
I
No.
don't think so.
Ah, rats.
Okay.
It'll work
All right.
against scrying.
Okay.
Right.
I don't
okay.
care if somebody wants to watch me while I'm on the on the
I mean,
John.
Josiah, don't you
Well,
have
Josiah-
pirates after you?
Yeah,
What's
you
that?
had a you were pretty worried about that not long ago.
But that guy's that guy's out of our hair now. He's on his way down to Vangate to be tried.
Is
Are,
he
are you sure
though?
about that? Is he? Yeah, it might be. This
Mhm.
might be a good one for you to hang on to, there, Josiah. But I'll let you be the judge of that. And then lastly, we've got this staff here, plonk. Now this staff is pretty interesting. It's not your typical magic staff. It
What is your typical magic stuff?
yeah, like a fireball
Cast fireball.
staff or a magic missile or invisibility or whatever. I don't know. But this one can cast gust of wind at will. So I can cast
Spark
gust
staff.
of wind with the staff whenever I want. And it looks like it would be used for seafaring, for navigation. May have other abilities that I haven't figured out yet.
Maritime wizard.
Yeah,
It's a gust of wind.
gust of wind. Yeah.
Do any of you guys use staves?
I don't think
Nope.
so, to be honest. But
Have
you
a
know,
quarter staff.
if we were
and I call it my
to
smacky
go,
stick.
Tricky
we
Bob
were to
hardly
go-
ever uses her hammer.
yeah, true.
I do sometimes.
You can stick
Use
the
a
hammer
magic
on the end
version
of the
of it.
staff.
Well, I
It's a very long
am.
hammer.
I use all weapons. I don't know if you've noticed this.
I mean, I'm
Sometimes
proficient
things that aren't
in,
even weapons I use.
I'm proficient in simple weapons. I imagine staves
Staff
would be
is a
like
simple
quarter
weapon.
staves. Yeah, it would be a
That's a-
simple
it's a
weapon, so I
simple
can still use my proficiency. But that's using it as a weapon.
Yeah,
As
and
a
imagine how
magic.
rad it would be. I'm swinging it around in my hands and then woof, blowing people
test-
away left, right, and center.
So yeah, can we test that? So if I stand next to you and you use the staff on me, will it blow me away? I think we should test this.
I think we should do a field test outside if we were going to do that. Yeah,
You would
definitely.
also need to attune to it.
All right.
yeah, I need to attune to it.
Okay. Well, later
Um,
on with that, I don't want it.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I say we put this stuff in the bag of holding until we find an actual an actual use for it. Not saying we won't. I think that we probably will use it at some point if we ever happen to go on a seaside jaunt. Could be useful. But otherwise, this amulet, I'm happy to donate to Josiah. If you want to use it.
All right, I'll take the amulet.
Yeah, chuck it on there. You'll need to attune to it, obviously. Now, this ring, does it only work for arcane rings, or can that work for priest spells as well?
That is an excellent question. I think it would work for the cleric, but
Oh, wow.
I am going to double check on that.
Clerical spells are quite different from wizard spells, aren't they?
Yeah, they channel divinity rather than
Hmm.
It'd be like
Magic.
capturing some of
You trap your
Moradin's-
god. Yeah.
Yeah.
capturing godly essence. Yeah,
Well, once the god has created the spell exists.
Right.
Mm.
right.
But isn't he continuing to allow you to use that spell? So
Yeah.
Well,
Could
once
Moradin-
the spell is cast, it's been cast. Now it's an arcane thing.
Still
like if
tricky
Tricky
Bob's
Bob was
power. It's
going
still her
to-
power.
yeah, but if she was going to like cure wounds a Moradin blasphemer, would it work?
I think it still does.
If she put up cure wounds in the ring of spell storing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Oh, yeah, because then
Essentially,
yep.
she's still casting the spell, and then
Yes,
just
yeah.
sucked into the ring like a vacuum cleaner.
Oh,
Yep, that makes sense. Okay. I know how magic
So-
works now.
Magic's good.
Mhm.
So did we have consensus on that you can use priest spells, or are you still looking at that
Yep.
up? Russell?
I'm just quickly looking to make sure that there's no weird caveats that I haven't seen.
Hank,
Right.
Hank, you should tune to that stuff. What we could do is if we're torturing someone, we want someone to die or something weird, you could shove that stuff in their mouth and trigger a gust of wind.
Yucky.
That would kill them probably, Gimbal.
Yeah. They'll just
Defeating
like
the purpose.
rip their lungs
It
apart.
would be interesting to see though.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Goodness, like yeah, Gimbal's became like a real serial killer.
Mm.
Right.
Yeah, it's quite disturbing.
No, I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Humble curiosity
Hmm.
that we should
Murderous
test.
curiosity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it works. I think the spell storing ring will work with cleric spells. I'm just
Oh, neat.
Well, in that case, Tricky, I'm
trying to
happy.
find anything that says otherwise.
Yeah. If that's the case, I think it would actually be better used with Tricky, because you could put lots of healing things in there, or
Hmm.
restoration or something like that for any sort of time that we get in a sticky situation.
So it's just 5 charges of whatever spells. So it can be cure wounds 5 times, or it could be like 5 different spells.
That's
But I
right.
can only use it 5.
Well, you
Okay.
However-
5 levels. You could have a first level spell and a 4th level spell, or 1 5th level spell, or a 3rd level spell and 2 first level spells.
Oh, right. 5 levels, not 5 charges.
That's
Interesting.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm,
This still doesn't say. I've not seen anything that says a cleric can't use it. So
Cool.
unless
Neat.
I do, it does. Okay. Cool.
Sweet.
All right. There you go.
5 levels.
And you've discussed everything. Is that right now?
I believe so. Yep. And last is the spell book, but
Right.
that's not really going to be of any use to anyone but myself. So
Right.
I might. We got level 1 darkness, level charm person, magic missile. Oh, and mage armor, unseen servant. Nah, I think I'll leave it for now. I was gonna maybe use some gold and get some equipment and like scry one of the. Not scry, write in one of the spells into my spell book, but
Right.
I might just save that. I might put the spell book into the bag of holding for now
Right.
and do that at a later time,
All right.
as well
Right.
as the staff.
Can I get a perception check from everybody, please?
All right.
Um,
Oh, 6 from Hank.
21.
21 from you.
23.
23 from
Wow.
you. Hank's obviously
6.
concerned, busy doing stuff. Obviously, you are too, Josiah.
Yep.
Gimbal and Tricky, you hear a contingent of people outside the building approaching. Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Can I
on
look out the
snow.
window? Is there a window?
There's not really a window. It's Ankhorn. There's fucking cold. They don't have windows.
Okay. I want to see if I can get to the door and just quickly peek my head out.
Okay, so you head over to the door and you peek out, and you see there is a contingent of about 5 Goliaths they've got like banners attached to their backs. So they're like, you've ever seen the images of samurai with those banners
Yes.
attached to them like that on their back? So 5 Goliath with those, and a spear in one hand and a big round shield in the other, standing in a semicircle in front of the door.
Oh God.
Behind them is another 15 human soldiers, and in front of all of them is an individual who looks like a Goliath, some sort of possibly some sort of bureaucrat.
Have they seen me?
Have they seen you? Can you make a stealth check?
Yes. And what was the bartender's name again? Anyone?
Uther.
Uther. Okay, 12.
12. You don't think they've seen you?
Okay, cool. I'll just turn around. Uthor, back door,
Yes.
back door.
You want what?
Do you have a back door to this place establishment?
Why, yes, I do.
Could you please
On
show
the front
us?
door. Oh, seems we have visitors.
Yes, if you'll excuse us, though, I think they're here for you.
He pushes past you and heads over to the door.
Guys, back door. Let's go. Cheese it.
Do you say that to everyone?
Yep.
What does everybody do?
I heard the noise as well, so I gap it as well.
Why are we
Okay,
running from these guys?
I have a feeling we should probably
You know?
try and get to the Megaron.
I run back to the kitchen,
Micro?
or to the kitchen in the back, or whatever's
Yeah.
in the back.
Okay, you get to the
I have
kitchen, and in the kitchen there are 3 cooks that look up at you.
Don't mind me.
One of them's like, "What are you doing here? You can't come in here.
Uthor said to show me to the back door.
That's not here. You're in the wrong place. The storage room."
Fuck. All right. Thank you. All right, good. So I turn back,
All right.
and I look for the back door.
Okay, you see the back door.
Good. I run through the back door.
All right, everybody else is following you, are they, or not?
Yep,
Yep.
I'm following.
I
at
would say
least.
so. Yeah.
I guess I'm following, but I'm a little confused. Why are we running?
All right. You,
They're obviously here because they're affiliated with that guy we murderized.
you
Which
open
guy?
And I've still got his
Red
eyeballs.
robe.
you open the back
Rid of
door.
those.
Yep.
I
And
throw the eyeballs onto the ground outside the tavern.
as you are going out through the back door, Gimbal, can you tell me what your armor class is?
21. Well, 19. My shield's not out.
All right.
Oh no, we never got our
Oh,
line.
18.
No, we
actually.
didn't get our rest.
18. All right. You are grabbed and thrown to the ground, Gimbal. Woof, into the snow.
Assault.
You are aware of a couple of Goliath surrounding you, maybe 3 of them. Spears pointed at you. The rest of you see more Goliath coming out around the side of the building.
All
I
right.
think
It's
we need to
panic
give
time.
ourselves up.
No, panic time. Hands down onto the ground. Fog cloud.
You cast Fog Cloud.
Yes.
Okay. Fog Cloud. Let's have a quick look at Fog Cloud, just to
Basically darkness.
basically darkness, but with
Yeah,
fog.
heavily obscured, which is the same definition apparently.
But it's bigger because it's got a 20-foot radius.
Yes.
Wow.
Concentration, but it is a sphere. Is that right?
Yeah. Sphere.
Yeah. Where's the center point?
On me.
And is that the center of the sphere or just the hemisphere?
Center of the sphere.
Okay, so half the sphere is underground.
Yep.
Okay. Very good. Everybody else is inside the fog cloud too, then, because they came out with you.
Mhm.
All right. There's a lot of panicking sounds going on around you, and then the fog cloud begins to dissipate.
I try to sneak out through the fog cloud.
It's getting thinner. You're like, oh, you're just standing there sneaking, but there's no fog anymore, and you're like, oh, caught red-handed sneaking.
But are they behind me or in front of me still?
Well, at this point, you're walking directly into a Goliath who has come around the front of you.
Okay. Can I slide under his legs?
He just points a spear at you and he goes, "Stop now. There is nowhere to go, little man."
Well, if you could just move to the side, then I could go.
He pushes his spear into you very slowly, not hard enough to penetrate anything, but just pushes you backwards on the end of it.
Fine. I choose to remain silent.
Okay.
What's going on here?
The
Like,
soldiers from the other side come through the building or around the building all at once. And
Can I see if there's anyone with spearhead insignia? Like any of the Goliath?
yeah, about
Spear
a third of them
insignia.
have that insignia.
Right, okay.
And the one that looked like the what did I say? He was a bureaucrat. He comes forth now in front of you all.
Mhm.
That was a very good attempt at escape, I must say. I am Mutras. You have been summoned before the triumvirate.
Yeah, that's exactly where we were just going.
Nice
Then
to meet you,
why
Motras.
Did
Can I
you
please-
run away?
because you came armed.
You're all very intimidating.
We had not come so far as the door before you ran.
Yeah,
Yes.
we saw you were all armed.
What are we supposed
Seemed a little
to
threatening.
do? Come
You were
without
very
arms?
threatening. Well, yes, you
Hmm.
could have
We ran
just come
because
to the
you're
room and
scary.
asked. Yeah, you could have just knocked on the door and said, "Hey, can we have a word?" But you didn't do that. You brought a contingent of armed people.
Oh, well, regardless,
we
here we
supposed to
are.
do?
Here we are now. Can we ask what we're being summoned over?
You are being summoned before the triumvirate. I cannot say what the business of the triumvirate is.
Do we need to show up immediately? Are you taking us into custody? Can we
Have a nap?
pop by tomorrow?
Begin walking.
Okay.
Oh, custody. All right.
All right. I'm gonna hand my scarf over to the guy that pointed the spear at me. Here, hold this for me.
He looks
Isn't-
at you. He's not holding anything that belongs to you.
No, I want to
pretty
give him
sure-
my scarf. I want to give him my scarf with the eyeballs in it. He
He's-
can have them.
He's not taking it. He doesn't want
Oh.
it. He just he pushes you, like shoves you
fine.
back, like a security guard would if you tried.
I
to go
don't.
into a
All right,
nightclub.
fine. I'm just gonna turn my head back. I don't like you.
I
and,
not like you.
Well, good.
Now, Mutras, is there some kind of double indemnity law that you've got here? Because I have already been arrested once today.
You are not under arrest.
Oh,
All right. Well, let's.
This is a peaceful getting to know you.
So it doesn't involve
he's-
lashes.
and,
Looks over at you,
and
Gimble.
armed guards.
No lashes.
Okay.
All right.
That
You've
seems fair.
sold me. I think we'll come peacefully, guys.
It's fine.
What excellent decisions you make.
I am known
Thank
for my
you.
great
All of-
decision making.
All the guards turn and start walking towards the Megaron in the
How many are there?
domed chamber. Altogether, 5 Goliath,
Mhm.
15 humans.
Yeah, no.
That's a lot of people. I see our reputations have preceded us.
Hank, have you got Fireball yet? Or anything big and flashy?
Not yet. Not yet. And Gimbal, I'm tired, man. Let's just go and see what these guys want. It might be just they heard about us and want to know what we're up to. Who knows?
Who's
Maybe they
talking?
want to congratulate us.
Who's dealing with the savages?
Ever the optimist.
Right, you get led to the great dome, and around it, and you go sort of 180 degrees around the dome to the main entranceway, where there is a big gap in the side of it that's looks like it was smashed open at some time. It's been reinforced with much more recent stone masonry and wood structures to try and keep the place open and safe. And you go in and you find that everywhere that is currently occupied inside the dome is like this. It's all been reinforced heavily. And as you go in, you get little peaks of ridiculous, giant opulence through little cracks into other rooms and things, but absolutely collapsed and ransacked and smashed piles of just junk and art. Colossal statues on their sides, smashed pieces of them laying about, that kind of thing. Finally, you get into the Megaron. In this room itself, even the roof is being held up by structural safety thingies. What am I trying to say? Reinforcements. Reinforced structural structures.
Braces.
Beams.
Braces.
Bracings.
Braces,
Bracings.
that-
Bracings.
Thank you.
Good.
Yes, those are the words I need. Thank you. And up on the there's like a large plinth with steps going up to it. There are 3 thrones there, and they are actually facing each other in a circle around a fire pit. And around them, some guards. And you are led up onto this plinth, and you see these 3 figures. And they are actually humans sitting on these 3 thrones, and they look up to you. One of them is a woman. One of them
Hello
has
Sorry.
yes.
Cut it out, Gimbal.
Yeah, they're all humans.
So one woman and 2
2 men.
non-women.
Yes, 2 non-women.
Two less important
They
people.
identify as non-women.
Yeah.
Okay, well, humans. They're probably pretty reasonable. How do they look? Are they
They
are they
look-
gruff?
They
or
are.
pleasant?
They look. 2 of them look especially gruff. The woman looks quite savage, actually. And she seems to be wearing a mixture of combative armor, weapons, and stuff, as well as the accoutrements you might have thought of that a cleric might have, or even a paladin. Some holy items and things.
Can I tell from a distance where I am what kind of religion they're of?
Yeah, the humans in this area seem to be worshipping the giant gods.
Oh, okay.
Oddly enough. And she is introduced to you as Queen Inan the Peacemaker.
I'm gonna need that written down.
All right,
and
that's coming in chat now.
the other two. The other. I assume they all address.
The
Give us their
peacekeeper.
names.
Peacekeeper. Or the peacemaker or the peacekeeper?
Peacemaker.
Peacemaker.
Like the gun.
Then you are introduced to Arturius, the Master Regent.
Arturius.
The Master Regent, did you say?
Yep.
He's not just a regent, he's the Master Regent.
Yeah.
All human.
Yep. And then finally, and you might get an amusement out of this, Hank. And he is just
Ludovar?
Yeah.
Ludovar.
Oh. Ludovar's a guy?
Well, I guess so. But then mine is leather, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
maybe
right.
similar.
Yeah. Maybe it's just the same root
It's a
word.
corruption of the same god name.
Yeah, right.
And he is called the Elder in command, or sometimes just the Elder and sometimes just the Commander.
Where are the names?
The chat.
In the Zoom chat.
Zoom chat.
Why can't I see anything?
Oh, I'm sorry. I've put them all to Hank.
On mine.
Ah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Here we go. Try again. Oof.
In command. Okay. Cool.
Okay, nice. Alrighty.
Very well.
All right.
Good day, fair tyrants of Ankhorn.
Shut up, Gimbo.
Ah. Well, you do
That's
it
it.
then, Hank.
I will, Gimbo.
Silence! One of the Goliaths says, shoving you to your knees in front of the triumvirate.
Hey. What's up with this? We came here peacefully.
So the
Are we
4 of
going
you
to be
now,
mistreated so in court?
4 of
got
you
two
now
fog clouds.
stand before the triumvirate. The soldiers turn the thrones around to face you, all in a line now. And they maneuver the whole thing around and create a sort of triangle of chairs, seats that face you. And so now you are behind the fireplace between them and you, right? So there's a fireplace between you, 3 chairs on the other side of the fireplace, 3 thrones facing you. Okay, and the one known as Arturius first stands. He says, "Greetings, fellows from the south. Tell us,
Greetings.
who are you and why do you come?"
We are the Frostmoor Crows, mercenary company from Balkanard.
What is your name, sir?
My name is Hank Elm.
I see, Hank Elm.
Hank
You-
Elm.
Where are you from?
I am from Vaingate, sir, but I have taken most of my, shall we say, my profession in Balkanard.
I see. And why have you come here to Ankhorn?
We come from Ankhorn. We come to Ankhorn under license, on direction from the Lord of Balkanard and also from the Goliath tribes in the south along the Frostmoor Pass to find and destroy the cause of the Skargenblud infestation.
He nods. He looks over at the other two. And Queen Inan stands up. She points her scepter at you and she says, "And why do you think that you will have success where others have failed?"
Because we have had success where others have failed before in other realms.
What do you mean to say is we are quite resourceful in getting our deeds done?
Anything is possible to those who would try.
"What deeds have you done then?" she says. "I have not
Oh,
heard
right.
of you. You are the what did you say? Crows?"
Crows.
Frostmoor crows.
We removed a werewolf infestation in
And an ogre threat.
the Frostmoor, the Greymoor. We cleared the Frostmoor Pass of ogres. We have
fought the Shadakai.
we fought the Shadakai.
Successfully fought. the
Tussled
Shadakai.
with numerous blackguards.
Made treaties with goblins.
Yeah.
"So you are middling heroes at best."
Yes.
We
Far below the concerns of the council, I'm sure. If you would just send us on our way.
They look
we're
at
up
each
and
other.
comers in the world. Yeah.
We have ties to the Daughters of Twilight and to Lord Balkanard.
The one named Ludovar Thamnal, he stands now and raises his scepter. He says, "I am Lord Ludovar Thamnal," and you may automatically recognize that he has a Vangate accent.
Posh part, I imagine.
Not especially. Not especially posh. In fact, Southwall sounds a lot like Southwall, you know. He sounds a bit like he might have been your dad, even.
No.
He's not your dad. but he
Hello,
could have been.
puppy.
Dad! But Dad! He says, "So you are resourceful
Yes.
and you are confident.
Yes.
And you have been sent here by Lord Balkanard. Is that right?"
Correct.
Not quite.
Not quite.
Well,
We were sent from Lord Balkanard to negotiate the reopening of the Frostmoor Pass with the Goliaths, with the Goliath tribes.
I
However, upon reaching the Goliath tribes, we were told of an issue that they had, and we were requested. We made a deal with them to open the Frostmoor Pass if we could eradicate the scourge of the Skargenblud within the Goliath tribes, and that is
quest
what
within a
brings
quest,
us
if you
to.
will.
Yeah, we
And you believe that you can do what so many Goliath have failed and what others have failed to do.
Oh, Goliaths are quite dumb.
Gimbal does not know what he says, my lord. He is rampant of tongue.
You notice that one of the Goliath chieftains here, who's standing in the crowd, is visibly upset about that.
What he means is that we are more mobile with our, we're not pinned to a location. We can move freely across all of Sidariel.
And we are smaller, harder to detect.
People would be expecting a Goliath to deal with this issue. They're not expecting an alpha, half alpha human and a dwarf.
Shit.
Your scourge, the Skargenblud that you seek, its source lays somewhere north in the Ban Vanaheim Isles. I cannot say exactly from where, except to say this. And he looks around and he says, looks at the others, and they dismiss the guards, most of them, except for the elite guards. There are some elite guards, the kind of guards that would eat Gimbal alive, just to make that perfectly clear. And so the room largely clears out.
Sorry.
And he says, "Your Skargenblud, it is coming from the Isles of Ben Vanaheim in the north. It comes on ships from these places only those ships, so we know it must come from there. We have sent spies to seek it out, and they have not returned."
I
Can we
think
have
you could possibly be dealing with. I guess I look around.
Yeah.
Who's in this room at the moment? Still just Goliath elite guards?
A few Goliath elite guards and the three of the triumvirate, the Ankhorn's rulership chiefs.
What dealings do you possibly have with the Barakal envoy?
We have no dealings with them.
Well, we believe they may be responsible for the Skargenblud.
I see.
Through
It makes
our
some sense.
through our
we-
journeys across Sidara, we have come to see that they've been trying to what's the word I'm looking for? Shake up the other regions. They seem to be wanting to weaken almost everyone's hold.
They have sent their envoys here many times. We have sent them away. This is the one place they cannot come and be welcomed.
Sounds nice.
Ankhorn has had trouble with them before.
I think Ankhorn might be seeing what all other principalities refuse to see, all the other lords and ladies of the land.
They have expressed far too much interest in our treasure troves.
Oh.
Well,
These treasure troves that they're interested in. Do you have a place of safekeeping for them? We could be security. We could offer ourselves a security detail.
You think we do not have enough security here?
Yes.
Who was it that brought you here again? Oh,
it
my
was
security.
Yeah.
it was your security. That's much more heartening to hear. We were
Nope, there he goes.
he's
unsure
back.
of who was bringing us to the triumvirate.
You're back.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we heard you all.
All right, that's good. That's good. We've been deceived before,
Have you?
have we? Yeah, I'm pretty sure we have.
Pretty sure we have.
Well, seems like you're giving us some information, and you're quite keen on us heading to the Vanderholds.
We will give you a ship if you will do our bidding.
Oh.
We do need a ship.
We do need a ship, and we
Should we?
Oh, no, never mind.
I'm thinking, guys. Maybe we can tell these people what we've found so far.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in the time that we've been here, we've managed to uncover a storage site of this Skargenblud, and we found it guarded by a Goliath.
They seem unremarkable by that. Unremarked.
Okay. The Goliath had I should tell them the markings that the Goliath had on it, and also seemed to be in cahoots with one of the Barakyle envoys.
The Arturius points to one of his guards, and he comes over and he says something to him, and then that guard goes off and gets some other guards, and then those guards go off, leave.
All right.
Continue.
The Barakyle envoy was, well, at least the wizard we suspect is of the Barakyle envoy because of these robes that we have.
And these eyes.
I thought you threw.
No, they stopped me.
Stop you. So you've got the eyes
Okay.
in your hand.
All right. Well,
Piece of cloth.
we've noticed that the Skargenblud has a particular effect on eyes, and so we
Yes.
took these eyes scientifically to study them. It's what we're going with there. And we also have a box full of papers that we're going to try and decipher, but they are encoded. They are from the Barakyle envoy. That's as far as we've gotten so far before we were taken into polite custody by your own security contingent.
Queen Inan stands up and she says something, actually in Giant, which Tricky Bob, you understand. She
claps her hands and she calls for servants. And Tricky Bob, you're aware that she's calling forth for a toast, and thus the servants bring out a large cask of some very fiery alcohol.
Oh Jesus! I just had a whole cask of bloody ale.
Pour you each a glass, or a cup rather, and it's flaming on the top when they light it.
Is that what was it called again?
Keen on some of that.
Flaming shots.
Yeah, Dragon's Breath.
Why not Dragon's Breath?
Not illegal here.
Yeah, true.
Might have a different name here.
Constitution saving throws, guys.
Constitution saving throws.
Yay.
I have advantage because of my worm.
You do have advantage because of your worm. I think that's fair.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Oh,
so-
net 20.
Bottoms
Nat
up.
20,
That's a
alright.
4.
14.
Oh, 13. Hank,
Hank
14.
gets 12.
12. Okay, Hank, you're okay, but it's not good. Not feeling good.
All right. I'm like,
Josiah, what do you think happens?
I'm already exhausted. I've had a big day. I've had my
Right.
lashings and I've succumbed to my wounds in the thing. So I think it goes straight to my head.
Right. Do you
And I think-
collapse?
No, I think I'm just very, very, very lightheaded.
Sick.
Yeah.
Do you need to be dragged off somewhere to be
I'm just gonna.
stomach pumped?
No, I think I'm just gonna sit down. Can I have one of the thrones?
You can sit on the steps. That's
All
for
right,
sure.
I'll sit on the steps. Sorry, I'm
Collapse
just.
on the step.
I've had a very big day.
All
I
right.
got lashed today. Did I tell you guys this? I got lashed.
At this point, actually,
15.
now
15.
that there's so few people here, just really just the few guards and the actual triumvirate themselves, and they stand up and they take off their fucking crowns and shit, and they each introduce themselves to you, and they become much more human at this point. Human.
All
or
right.
Elven.
All right, then.
or whatever seems reasonable. And they shake your hands in person and they say, "We would like to thank you for coming here. We would like to thank you for your work and what you're doing. We will reward you for this work. But you're right. Lord Ankhorn has sent you to destroy the source of this scourge. Then you should seek it out in the Benvanaheim Isles. We will give you what we can to assist you."
In regards to rewards, I'm thinking in the department of your relics.
There's one thing we cannot offer. I'm afraid it is not in our hands to
Not
do
even
so.
one.
We are not in a position to do so. These
Your
belong...
admiration is the only gift I ever need.
They smile. The relics are in the
Tricky Bob is
hands of
Yeah, she is.
the chiefs of the Goliath tribes. They form a council. Only they can make choices about the relics. Our job
Okay.
is to inform everyone else of this.
That's good to know. Can you put in a good word for us then to the
I
chieftains?
can do that, of course.
Mhm.
I'll tell
Look.
you what is because we're not going to swim there, obviously. So you're going to give us a boat, and we're going to keep that boat.
Can we keep the
And it's going
boat?
to be a good boat,
They look at each other.
and you know it. You're going to do it.
Arturius nods. Very well. We give you a boat. You can keep it.
Because you're the good one on the trail.
Come
the
on,
trail.
buddy. I'll pull Josiah away. And but as I'm doing so,
Arturius
I just
puts
need to
a
do
hand-
another investigation check.
Arturius puts a hand on your shoulder and he says, "I will give you one of my private, personal boats."
Yeah, I've always wanted
Personal
a boat.
boat. I want a boat too.
Mm.
I love boats.
Oh god,
You're going
I'm
to
gonna
need a crew for your boat.
We'll find a crew. Well, they'll be the best crew that Frostmoor Crow money can buy, which
We
isn't
can-
much.
We can give you a crew, but you'll have to keep them.
No, I
Hmm.
think it best we source our own crew.
Oh, okay, well, let's not be too hasty. We can always use them for this and then find our own crew afterwards, right?
Your own crew might not have the experience they need to pilot our boat.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
let's take them for their offer, Gimble,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
I think
And
we should
gratefully.
name the boat Sea Legs.
The boat will have a name, I'm afraid.
Oh well, you can't win them all.
You can
Yeah.
rename it, I'm sure, but don't be surprised if the crew don't.
Yes. Where do you keep your stencils?
They look at each other.
Sorry.
Not the time, says Arturius.
Yep. Mhm.
I'm sure that the name she currently has is fine and befitting.
Oh,
Now, what will you do when you get to Bad Vanaheim?
Well,
Do what we do.
work best in secrecy. So
What
I think
what can you
that-
what can you tell us about the place?
do we have maps?
We can show you some maps.
Oh, can you please? That's what I was going to ask. Can you please give us the name of the list of spies that you've sent over? We can at least find out where we can. That's a good place to start.
Mm.
All right. They'll give you a
Perhaps we
list
could-
of names. Incidentally, what time are we finishing today?
4,
One-ish.
I think.
Yeah, just before
Oh,
4.
sorry. Yeah.
4? Okay. That's good. Okay. So they will furnish you with maps of Ben Vanaheim, of there's two main islands, and if you've got a map of Sidariel in front of you, you'll be able to see
I
them.
do actually. Yeah.
And so you will be aware of the locations of Vanderhold, Ravin, and Dravnor. Those are the 3 biggest cities. There are countless fishing towns and places, and much
The last-
smaller islands as well.
Well, so the last thing we heard is that yeah, we'll tell these people as well. Like we heard rumors of Dravnor being
Definitely, yeah.
the key location, so we might investigate there first.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay. It's also possibly the. No, it's not the closest.
The
It's not the closest, but there's that.
How long will it take us to get there, and what can we expect from these places?
Well, the mainland, the islands themselves, the big islands, are going to be very cold and very frozen.
Hey.
What you will learn, and I'm just going to go through this shorthand rather than play it out in real-time role-playing, but the general gist that you get is that there are 2 populations living on these islands. There's the original population, who are much more old and ancient, who lived here for thousands of years, who came across with the first humans into Sidariel. The people that live there, those original people, out of game, they're kind of more like Vikings. They're like Norsemen, Vikings, that kind of thing. And then they've been conquered by another group of people who are much more, well, the nobility that live there, if you like, the nobility that live there are a different ethnic group. Who,
Oh, fuck's sake.
when Max and I were what are you doing?
No, sorry, it's fucking my friends just started a video chat.
That's all right. Yeah, so there's another group of people who live there who are the oligarchs, if you like. And oddly enough, when we created them, Max, who was the player playing Edrin Montcoff, coded them all with like Russian sounding names.
Oh God!
All right.
So Vladimir's over there.
Yeah, that sort of stuff. Everything. ends
Vladimir
with
Bastardvich.
all the ICHs at the end of every other.
All the
name.
itches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're like the ruling class, whereas the peasants are Vikings, basically.
Okay.
For a bit of flavor.
Cool.
Yeah. Anything else that you need to know? There's a lot of fisheries, a lot of fishermen. The whole place is running on fishery and fishing. But there has been a fisherman's strike in the last couple of months, like the last 3 months, maybe even 4 months. There's a strike. The fishermen have been on strike.
Right.
Yeah.
What would
you
the
can expect to
Kyle
run
be
into,
doing over here? Yeah.
and you
Taking
can
drugs.
expect to run into a lot of this Skargenblud and its effects on the local populations there, whom it has ravaged more than anybody else.
All right.
What about creatures, monsters, threats? It's a reasonable question. Everyone's got monsters to deal with.
Yeah, they don't have any stories to tell you about that.
Okay.
They do say don't accidentally go past the Ben Vanaheim Isles, though.
Don't go
Is
past
that is that because you fall off the world?
Basically,
Yeah.
Right.
if you go
okay.
too far, you'll end up in the astral sea,
Right.
and you
Right.
might not come back.
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Shall we? Are we done at court? You know, like we've mixed.
Unless you've
and
got anything you want to add to it, but I'm
I'd be
happy
keen to go and check this boat out.
All right.
Yeah.
What time is it now?
Well, after all your activities and what have you, it could even be. I'm happy to throw in a long rest and a day in court and a day back at the office if you wish.
Yeah.
Just to bring it all up
Yeah,
to,
that's what I was gonna bring
to
up, 'cause
speed for
it's-
you guys.
All right. Well, why don't we do that? Why don't we do like a day of sort of like admin work?
Basically, downtime.
Yeah, downtime. I'd like to copy a couple of the spells into my book, spend a bit of
Okay.
gold,
All right.
have a long rest.
Like to research creatures of the sea,
All
issues of sailors, tall
Oh yeah.
tales.
Do
that
they have
kind
a
of thing.
library?
They do
How
have
to
a
fight-
library.
How to fight on the sea. Yeah.
The library here is quite amazing, actually, because it's largely humans translating Elven works as well as giant works, and many of the giant carvings and things, many of the ancient texts, the historical texts, such as the Ostorian sagas, have been translated from here. This is the location. In fact, you know what? While you're here, I'll give you this too. They give you a tour of what they have uncovered, and there is a chamber here where you're walking through the chamber, and it's difficult terrain because you're up to your knees in a sea of gold.
Wow.
Rich
as
rich
you're-
people.
Right, and in this room, this huge vault, there are these massive, towering pillars made of metal, covered on the outside with copper scrolls, like copper writing, or should I say, copper beaten writing on the outside of these massive pillars sticking up out of this massive chamber. And there's archways and things holding this whole place up. And you can see the other side of the room is already collapsed.
Right. Okay.
And through there, you can see another vault where you think the same treasure continues, but it's obviously been looted through that direction because it's thinner on the ground and there's a whole track of it that's just missing as if it's just been swept out.
Right. Okay. I mean, that's pretty dazzling, you know.
There's all sorts
just
of
like
artifacts in
mounted
here.
treasure.
It's very guarded though, as well, isn't it?
It's highly guarded.
Right. Any cracks in the
Extraordinary.
ceiling? Holes in the ceiling?
Yep, there are cracks and holes in the ceiling.
Well, is this still in the Megaron place, like the same building? I mean,
This is in the dome. This is all part of the dome.
Yeah. All
yep,
right.
yep. Okay, so
I'll take a
whole,
mental
the
note
whole
of
dome
massive
is surrounded
cracks.
by soldiers.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And if you wanted to get into it, you could possibly fly into it at nighttime when no one can see you.
Yeah.
And then hope like fuck there's not any magic.
I think magic rope. I'm thinking magic rope with Probably climb up
Magic
there.
rope to get up and then magic rope to
Get
get
up.
down.
Yeah.
That's a good idea, Gimbal. Let's
It is.
think about that when we
Steal
get to
stuff.
it. Yeah, let's steal stuff maybe when we come back. You know, we'll go and sort this this silly little trivial Goliath problem out, and then we'll we can come back and maybe talk about trying to steal some of this. There's these nice shiny things there.
There is a large stone tablet at the end of the room, which your whoever it is that's showing you this location at the moment, we'll say it's Arturius, tells you that it's the stele of Ammon.
Right. And Ammon is like Annam,
Yeah,
the giant god.
the god,
Is that the
your
tricky god?
All-Father.
Yeah, the All Father. Yeah.
Can we
Right.
read it?
Can you read it? Can you read giant?
Tricky.
Where,
Can I read
Tricky?
it?
Tricky, go
Yeah.
read the magical brick.
Please.
I'm reading the brick. What does it say?
Well, okay. So you've read translations of this before. You've read copies of this. You're looking at the actual thing. It's like this is like
Oh.
seeing the Mona Lisa for the first time in the Louvre. Like you've seen pictures of the Mona Lisa, but you might not have seen the Mona Lisa, and so this is your actual first opportunity to see this very ancient thing. The Stele of Annam. Written in giant tongue, from which many other lost translations and fragments have been authenticated, and which has led to numerous important discoveries. One of the single most important of the Ostorian relics and it has been translated into a squillion different tongues and dragged all over the place. This is the description of the dragons coming to destroy the world.
Right. And can I note if it's different from the translations I would have seen commonly, or is it pretty much the same?
It's very similar. It's almost the
Okay.
same.
All right.
The differences would be just in scribes' hands and errors,
Paraphrasing.
minor errors.
Okay.
Yeah.
I tell the gang about that, and
Yep.
Wow.
So when are the
pretty
dragons
incredible.
getting here?
They've been here.
Right.
They're getting here about 20,000 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm just saying because we saw that dragon a little while ago.
All right. Some of them are still here.
Yeah. Dead man walking.
A few of them, but still. Right.
Cool. So I'm gonna make a mental note to brag to Ballarin when I see him that I
Right.
saw the stele of
Gotta go to
Andom.
Yep.
Yeah.
And finally, he's going. What else can I tell you? They tell you that of late there have been a number of earthquakes, and that some of the building has shifted, and some of the they've found some new passageways into the dome.
Right.
And for now, they're keeping that secret and locked down. But when you come back from Ben Vanaheim, they might like to hire you to investigate.
That's
Okay.
all right. That's what I know. I know a certain Frostmoor crow who would love to get involved in that.
we should probably go home soon, though, right?
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. We
yeah,
do
but I
have
mean,
some
while,
very pressing
while
matters,
we're
but
up here, we may as well,
we can always sail back in our boat.
Can we sail back to main gate?
I think we can sail.
You could sail to
south
Vane
up
Gate, but it would
to
be
a
a
point.
long way. You have to
Yeah,
go right
and-
around the Gulf and all the way around the north.
Perhaps it would be faster to go on land to Gate, but I was thinking we could get to
Balkanard.
Balkanard faster.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know how
Not-
big this boat is going to be, but there is a river
Balkanard-
there.
Balkanard's landlocked, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a river there that gets close to it,
We'll have
the
to go
map.
to Vane Gate and then go from Vane Gate by foot
unless
to
it's
Balkanard,
frozen.
right?
Could be frozen, I suppose.
Yeah, we could sail down into the Gulf.
Yeah, down south, and there's like a little river there that hooks up to the north. But we could,
You're talking about
depending on
this
how
map.
big the river is, the big sidereal map
Yeah.
I'm looking at.
Right.
That's neither here nor there. We're getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose.
There's
But
no
yeah.
rivers to Balkanard per se. The best you could do would be to get to somewhere like Stillmore, or the Frostmoor itself, but that's all frozen. That's very, very frozen.
Right, yeah, okay. That's what I was afraid of. I was afraid that might be frozen.
Yeah.
So look,
Okay.
after we finish in Dravnor, we head south. We go through a nice little jaunt through the Ungor Mark Empire, back to Balkanard.
Through the Ungor Mark Empire.
That's
Back to
where the
Balkanard.
orcs are gathering armies, I believe.
I think that we'd be going a little bit out of our way to get to the Ungor Mark
Maybe.
Empire to get to
Oh.
Balkanard.
Are we deciding on? So they
About
were
7
mentioning
times the distance.
They were mentioning Vanderhold. We've heard Davnor. Where are we headed first?
I would go Davnor, right?
Vanderhold's on the way.
Yeah. Let's go.
Let's do Vanderhold.
Vanderhold first,
Mm.
because that's a long way after that. My goodness, we got to find ourselves a portal after this. I'm whispering. Yeah, after
Yeah.
we're done, we got to find a portal.
Mhm. That's a good point, actually.
Hmm.
Yeah, we've got to look for one. That's our job. Portal pals.
Yeah, the portal.
The portal.
We do have we do have the inscriptions of the Balkanard portal, right?
Shadefell.
We know that. Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Alright, okay, so they show us around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think I have I've kind of just realized. I don't know if Gimble's shocked or not by it. I think he's pretty blasé about it at this point because of everything. But he
Momo
forgot
is
to- he
dead.
f- yeah, Momo's gone. He forgot to
Revive
revive
him.
Momo.
Good.
he-
Doesn't seem too
Oh.
worried about it though. right?
Momo is
No.
in my bag, my friend. I was thinking about this before.
Scraped him up.
Too late. It's too late. You have to revive him in the first hour.
Momo.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Momo corpse.
You can throw that corpse away.
What happens now?
Yeah. What happens to the Momo corpse?
Well, the
Just-
corpse. I guess we
it's
could.
just a corpse, I
I could stuff it. And just have
Schoolish.
like a cool little Momo statue. I don't know. Supposedly I could just do another ritual. I don't think it'll be Momo.
No, it'd be something else, eh?
No,
You try to recreate Momo, or
I could try, but it might not be. I don't know. I don't
Skomo.
know. I've
Momo-
never.
Make a
I
Skomo.
only ever did it
Skomo.
once, and then
A
I've never
Skomo.
had to redo it from
Momo too.
scratch.
Would you give it a different name?
I'll give it a different name. I'm pretty sure I can communicate roughly with it, so I'll ask it its name. But that's tomorrow's problem. Oh, if we had a long rest, I guess I'd try to do it the next morning.
I've already taken a long
Mhm.
rest. Just
Have
'cause,
we?
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
take
I
your long rest.
You
Yeah,
can
I-
try.
Alright.
You can try Gimbal.
All right. Well, I'll do a long rest, well, given we're about to go to the ocean, I'm not going to
Yeah,
summon.
long rest too.
I'm going to summon a beast of the sea, or attempt to commune and see what happens in summoning a primal companion of the sea.
What is a primal companion of the sea going to do
Mm.
when you're currently in a tavern?
Well, no, I will make it a type of creature like a seal or something that doesn't need to be in the water at all times. I thought,
Okay.
or like an
Mm,
otter,
making
like a
An
giant otter,
albatross.
Oh,
Maybe
like
like
a dire otter.
dire otter. Can I have a dire otter?
What are the rules
Or-
on what you can have exactly?
I don't. Hang on. Let me bring it up.
This is
Oh, I found a sheet for a dire otter.
Hang on, manage character, because every time I want to change the thing, I have to go into my manage character thing.
right.
It's a bit fucking annoying. Primeval companion. Primal. Wait, primal. Okay. So.
Yep.
You
You don't have to roll anything to summon it, do you?
No, you magically summon a primal beast which draws strength from your bond with nature. The beast is friendly to you and your companions and obeys your commands. Choose the stat block from the beast of land, sea, or sky, which uses your proficiency bonuses, blah, blah, blah. You can also determine the kind of animal the beast is, choosing a kind appropriate for the stat block. Whatever kind you choose, the beast appears, bears primal markings indicating its mystical origin. So a beast of the sea would have 30 HP, AC of 16, so pretty much the equivalent of Momo,
Uh-huh.
the badger. Not very smart, like me. 2 to strength, 14 strength, dex, 15 con. Sense it has dark vision. I don't know what kind of creature would amphibious. The beast can breathe both air and water.
So,
So it has to be
literally, someone's
amphibious.
made this exact stat block up as a dire otter with all those things, and it has pack tactics,
Otter.
hold breath, bite, claw, and drowning tactics.
The issue I've got, it's got primal bond, but the issue I've got with this is its special ability is called binding strike. So it kind of feels like an octopus thing. So when I attack, the target is grappled. They have to do a spell, DC to escape the grapple.
How would you feel about a squid?
Like a land.
Gross.
Can it go on the land?
Squids can walk on the land. I mean, they can
Ugh.
climb across the ground. Yeah.
I think it would end up being a squid, yeah, because of squid brain. So
Right.
yes.
All right.
Yep.
So
I
it's-
summoned a disgusting squid.
Fuck,
Honestly, I'm
that's
very
so
disappointed in
gross.
myself and I hate it.
Russell with the tentacles again.
What's his name?
Squiggly wiggly.
Don't say it.
Wimmo?
Squirmo.
Squimmo.
It's called Nomo.
No.
Nemo.
Nemo.
Finding Nomo. Nomo. Because it's not Momo.
Homo.
Oh,
Nomo.
Nomo.
Alright.
Nomo.
is he at least kind of cute?
No, it's
Oh,
disgusting
Nomo.
and I hate it. I look at
I
I
think
look
it's
at it with
kinda cool,
disdain.
to be
Excellent.
honest. It looks back at you with equal disdain.
Good.
Inky black eyes.
Oh.
One
Dude,
bigger than the other.
Tough shit for you, buddy. You gotta do what I say.
Right. Does it live in a water tank?
No,
Like
I deprive it.
oh, but it's going to make its own water tank. It, like just gets in whatever the nearest water
Yeah,
is.
it could do that. Yeah,
Probably
whatever it
You've
can
got
find. I
Gimble's
don't give a-
stomach.
If you've got a bottle of water in the room, it just climbs in and is like.
How big would it be? Like,
it has
is
to be
it-
pretty big. It has to be pretty big generally. These things. That's why I made like the biggest bird thing. The crow
Right.
was meant to be
But
big.
that being said, squids have been known to climb out of some amazing fucking places.
Mm.
Like they can, their body size can fit underneath doors and shit. As long as
I would
there's, like,
say I would say it fits in like a vase, not
Right.
so much like a bottle or anything. Like
Right.
yeah.
right. Yeah. Okay.
Mm. So I have a squid.
Okay. So you now have a squid. Excellent. Now you wanted to know about
Yay.
this boat, did you, Hank?
Yes, I'd like to know a bit more about the boat.
Okay, the boat
For
is-
instance,
The name of the boat is the Little Empress.
Ah,
Oh, that's cute.
Little Empress. All right. Yep.
It has one mast.
One mast.
It
Excellent.
has 3 rooms basically.
3 rooms. Well, that's convenient.
One of them is the hold. One of them is like where you can hang out and sleep and stuff.
Old, like
and-
the mess.
Yeah, but also like, well, there's the hold, there's the mess, then there's the captaincy room, if you like, the ward,
Fine.
Captain's
whatever you
quarters.
call it.
Dibs.
All of ours. Gimbal.
Not,
all
not
of
even
ours.
not even captain's quarters so much as the navigation rooms where maps and all of that shit
yeah,
is.
yeah.
This boat is not big enough to have a captain's quarters. It's like,
I'd like-
we're talking about a crew of about 12 people.
So berths 12.
I would like to also spend a day fumbling around to look for a pirate hat.
No such
It
thing.
doesn't
as a
exist.
pirate hat.
Well,
Yeah.
what hat do the pirates wear?
He wants a
don't wear
tricorn
hats.
hat that hasn't been invented
No.
yet.
I want
Okay.
some kind of hat that the pirates wear, or bandana.
Just have a little
bandana.
put your
Whatever,
scarf around.
whatever the pirates wear. I'm gonna go to the dock. I'm gonna look around at the dock people and find whoever has some kind of head
If they
garment.
had any pirates at the dock, they would be locked up.
Not pirates. Anyone wearing like any, because they're all.
What
ocean
kind
faring
of?
people.
There's a lot of
what
fur
kind of-
hats and things too. Because remember, it's not just pirates. It's not just boats we're talking about. It's fucking cold.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. So just gotta be warm again.
So if you think about like those boats that would go to Antarctica and shit like that, that
Mhm.
might
Yeah.
be more down the alley.
Can we get like,
So, like the Terra,
waterproof?
what they were
waterproof
wearing on the
warm
Terra,
clothes?
but yeah.
What your boat does have is
Hmm.
there is a stone that has been embedded in the mast at the base of the mast where it meets the keel inside the ship itself. And this stone apparently has magic powers that
Ooh.
assist with the boat's staying upright, staying floating, and not getting lost.
Assist in
I'll leave the squid on the boat until we set sail.
being
If we're just inspecting the boat.
lost
Okay.
or sunk. Cool. That's pretty cool. While we're here,
Mhm.
I'd like
Oh,
to
shit.
sell the majority of what's in the spell component pouch, other than what I need for.
Oh,
Right.
before you do that, Hank, can you hold off? I want to see if inside there are some of the ingredients that we need for water breathing potions.
We don't know what ingredients we need for. water
No,
breathing
we don't. That's why I
potions.
don't want you to sell anything. We go take it back to that guy who said he could make them. and
No,
say, "Is there anything
I'm
you
going to
need from here?"
sell these components. These components aren't for potion making; they're for spell making, like
They could be
casting
both.
casting spells as spell components.
Mhm.
Maybe they could be both, but then maybe that tree in the distance there also has the components we need for water breathing.
should we go check that tree out then?
I
Mm.
might go look at that tree.
I was being facetious. Like,
Hank, I trust you. You're a wizard. Let's go look
don't
at that
trust
tree.
me, Gimbal. I was making.
I'm
a
gonna
fool of-
I'm gonna go with Gimbal. We're gonna have a look at the tree.
All right, you guys go and have a look at the tree. I'm gonna,
Uh,
while you're distracted, I'm gonna go and sell most of these
Fine.
components.
You sell
Yeah.
this.
You know, I'll be damned, Gimbal. I wouldn't expect an evergreen this far north, but lo and behold, here it is.
I'm taking some sticks.
All right. So I might keep hold of a couple of components for what I need for certain spells, but I'll work those out now.
Hank,
With,
you managed to find someone just to buy all of those components
Alright.
for 180 gold, which you are aware
Instead of
is
500.
that's a
Damn.
steal for them. No one's going to
Yeah.
pay more than that for it here because there's just not enough demand.
Not enough demand for it. Okay. I might not sell all of them. I'll sell 50 gold pieces worth.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, and keep hold of the rest of them.
Okay.
Because
Oh.
I'm then going to take that 50 gold pieces and see if I can find a place that will sell me, the tools that I need to scribe one spell
Right.
into my spell book. So I'll just have one.
Does anyone know how focuses work?
Focuses, yeah.
Arcane focuses. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
could Hank, instead of having to monitor all these bloody components, could he just get a focus?
Only
I'm not
if
really
they-
monitoring them.
Only if they are below 25 gold pieces in value.
Yeah.
Ah,
If they go
Okay.
above that, like then that's gonna be
Ah,
actual components.
Like for
okay.
instance, the pearl that I need for identify is like 100 gold pieces, I think. So I'd still, in order to use identify, I'd still need that pearl. I couldn't just use an arcane focus,
Right, okay. Good to know.
which I have. I have that pearl, so that's there. I'm going to put it to a vote, guys. What do you reckon I should get?
Hmm.
Charm person, darkness, or mage armor? What do you reckon would be most useful?
Well,
Darkness has been used against us pretty effectively.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean we're
Concentration.
fumbling around as well, right?
Yeah.
So
I would say-
even
Charm person. We're terrible
Yep.
at that.
I would say
hey, wait,
Champions as
if
well.
you cast darkness, can you see in it?
No.
How
think
the
so.
fuck does that demon like just hunt us out every single time as well? Is he attacking at disadvantage?
There is a type. Oh no, that's out of game. Hank
Yeah.
people wouldn't know shit.
Yeah.
There's a type of there's a type of sorcerer, the shadow, who specializes in shadow magic, and they can see through their magical darkness.
Yeah, that's true.
So it is possible.
Right.
Yeah.
Wish I was magical.
Mm,
You are magical
Oh,
in your own special way.
yay. Who said
Yay.
that?
Who said that? I'm the
Is it-
tadpole.
you're drunk.
Gimble's head. I'm communicating telepathically with you now.
All right, there we go. Okay, I'm back.
Side stares at Gimbal, like frightened.
Like, what the fuck's going through my brain?
Okay,
some
so
good sticks.
yeah, I missed all of that because obviously you're aware that I dropped out.
Yeah.
All right, so charm person is the consensus, is it?
I
Yeah,
like
yeah,
charm
charm.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll focus on charm person first, and then
All right.
I'll
Charm
spend 50
person.
gold and some time to get to know that.
Charm person it is. Fools! No, kidding.
Mm.
Okay.
Oh, you should attune to that stuff. So we're gonna need it.
Yeah, I
Gust
will
of wind in
attune
the
to that stuff
sails.
actually. Yeah,
Mhm.
I'll bring the stuff out and I'll attune to that too.
You're our boat wizard.
Mhm.
Oh wait, do they supply a boat wizard?
I think they'll just supply somebody like a mariner who's
True,
able
right?
to,
Yeah, that was some
ship
sailors.
the sail with the
Yeah,
wind. You know, that
yeah.
a boat just doesn't stop when it
Most
like doesn't
boats
get
have
wind.
wizards. Most boats have wizards. A boat wizard.
No, do they now?
Yeah.
Bizzard.
Gimbal, this is your extensive knowledge on sailing.
I
as
spent a day
as a wood
reading.
elf.
I spent a day reading. What were you doing?
Right,
I learned
was
about knots.
copying things.
Okay, I'm done.
Right. Charm person. I'm going to put that in my spell book. Managed spells.
Okay. Okay, so what are you guys doing?
Does anyone have
Um,
any admin they want to do while we're in town?
Provisions? Do they supply provisions for the trip? In the boat?
No. No.
They didn't.
Oh.
All right. Well, we're gonna need to buy provisions.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. How much?
I'm not sure how much money we've got. We only
we've
got
got plenty.
Well, we got 750 from the first installment of the payment for the of the 3,000 that we got for those ingredients that I found for Sawmill.
In
Mhm.
pocket, I have
but I can't remember-
148 gold.
I've got about 45 left,
That's plenty. It's just food
but I'm not
and water.
sure where we left all of that money. I'm not sure if we brought it with us or we left it at.
We left it.
We did, didn't
It
we?
was like the day that we took off. I got 141 gold and 37 silver. How many weeks worth of provisions do we need?
Yeah, how long we gonna be out?
How long does the trip take?
Where's
think it
our
would take-
Where's our captain?
It took a month to get there.
Holy fuck!
Wow.
You might want to call.
Yeah,
Yeah.
how big? We need to do a
Oh,
catch
but
up with him.
yeah, true. Tell him that.
Call
Oh,
him.
when you do that, Tricky, can you also get Harbuck to find out everything he can about the situation in Baygate? Find out if he can get someone on to like maybe talk to someone in the Daughters of Twilight to find out what's going on with Bellerin, to see if he's safe, if he's with Clean Caresta, or if he's what's going on. I just want to know what's going on with Bellerin.
Do I actually have the sending stone? Because
I have the sending stone, so
Well, just
I'll get in
everything that
touch
I
with.
just said. Yeah.
So Harbrick journey takes us to islands. Please find out situation in Vaingate. Talk tomorrow.
Okay.
Mention Bellerin. Nick tomorrow, I suppose.
Yeah.
Damn.
My Beast of the Seas land movement is 5 foot per turn.
Wow. 5 foot per turn. Okay, yeah.
I might change it to a bird later. It seems much better.
But the squid.
Squidly. No. 60 foot in the water though.
And a scout for us.
Hmm.
All right. So
Right.
your captain's name when you meet him, actually he is a her, and her name is Slyn.
Slyn.
Yeah.
Okay. Captain Slyn. Is that SLIN?
SLYNN.
SLYNN. That's way cooler. All right, cool.
Human,
Yep, human.
captain of the Little Empress.
Humanist.
Humanist.
Ankhorn /C.
All right. And she quickly introduces you to your new crew: Hrim, Larak, Fentor, Thamak, Soren, Nethan, Torum, Fando, Leet, Shem, and Kravor.
And are they humans? Are they a mix?
Mixture.
Mixture.
Yep. Kravor is a Goliath.
Oh, we have a Goliath. Excellent. Okay.
I want to assign one of them to go. We'll give them the funds. They can go get the provisions.
All right. Very well. You can say that is done.
I
By
mean,
the
because
way,
they're sailors,
Gimbal,
they should know how much it costs.
your video's frozen, Gimbal, just so you know.
Yeah. I was worried it was me.
Am I?
again,
Yeah.
but
Well, you kind of.
thankfully not.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
hear you.
Can
Just
hear
your
you.
video's cutting in and out.
Yeah, I can hear
Just-
you.
So,
Pictures stuttering. You're
hang
like,
on. I'll see if there's anything I can do.
I'm having to shuffle a centimeter like every 10 minutes as the afternoon sun starts beating down on the laptop.
right. All right.
All right, I've turned off everything I can.
Very good.
All right.
So,
Yeah,
Okay.
that's out.
Yeah, let's get out of here, man. Let's sail the seas.
Alrighty.
all right, so
We got
you're
nothing
gonna-
left to do here, right?
I don't think so.
Look at the
Um,
map.
so
Ross, can you swap us over to the
to another map?
Ankhorn?
Ankhorn.
map?
Yep, you can do that. Put you over here.
Anything here I want to look at? We never did go look at Anam's temple. We're
Yeah,
not
but
in
we,
sights.
we can do that when we come back.
Mhm.
We can look,
Can we
yeah.
sail past the Colossus of Ankhorn?
You can.
Remember, there's only
Yeah.
one statue left there.
There's only one
Yeah.
with a head on it.
Yeah.
Memnor.
Memnor, yeah.
Crazy one.
The trickster. Yeah.
All
The
the
traitor.
others have had their heads knocked off.
Yeah.
Some of them are smashed; they're not actually knocked off. They're just like the faces have been bashed in,
Munted.
Defaced.
defaced.
Haha.
Yes, in fact, between the two at the far right hand side, you can see there's a rock in between them. That's somebody's head.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Right.
Okay. Nice.
You'll
All right.
also, yeah. Okay, so
sorry.
you get in your boat, the little Empress, and you set sail.
A little Empress.
Mhm.
Tricky, we need a little Empress.
You're gonna have to do a boat. Good luck.
So bear in mind, it's a small boat with 12 crew and 1 sail, 1 mast.
Oh,
So
Hey.
it's a very small little boat.
A galleon then.
Perhaps it's a
Yacht.
galleon. It's practically a yacht, but bear in mind it's a very medieval, dark age
Brigandine,
boat.
brigandine.
So if in doubt,
Sloop.
No,
if
it
in
slips
doubt,
too small.
go back in time for the correct style. 'Cause
Right.
like a
anything-
Greek galleon, maybe,
Yeah.
with the paddles for when the wind dies.
Yeah,
Mm.
Yeah.
yep, exactly.
I'm gonna
Okay,
cheat and just
cool,
look
like
up Age of Empires.
Trimarine, whatever they're called.
Trimarine, yeah.
Yeah.
Trireme.
Trireme, that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Trireme. Thank you.
Trireme, yeah. In fact, I think a trireme had 3 layers of paddles, though,
You
right?
might be
That's
right
why it was
there.
called trireme.
Yeah, you're
It
right.
was a
actually.
bireme was only 2, and then
Right.
a mono, I don't know, something like that. Pretty
Right, but this
think
one only
that's how
has
it
1 layer because it's very
Yeah.
small.
a monoreme.
Yeah, this is a tiny version of a galleon. You know.
Yeah.
How's this? Hang on. Oh shit, where do
Oh.
I chuck it?
Oh,
Do I chuck
Kimbo's
it? Can
got
I
something.
chuck? Can I chuck it in the chat?
Yeah.
Good chat.
No, it
I'm
won't
just-
let me chuck in a picture.
I'm
Mm,
reopening
chat,
my
right?
Discord.
There's a new picture of you and the squid, by the way, Gimbal.
Ugh. Hang on.
Emma.
Where is that?
I think it's in the Questbook one.
Oh,
Whenever
yeah.
the link to this was posted.
Oh wow, I love Hank's new picture. That's so cool. That really looks like him.
It's
Yeah.
actually
Weekly
not
mullet
yeah,
updates.
it looks more like me, but with less hair, yeah.
And Gimbal with
Yeah,
the-
it looks good. It looks good.
It is. It's,
The
it's the
squiddly-
patchy. That's the,
Oh. Yeah, it's a patchy mullet.
the patchy mullet. It's perfect.
Yeah, it's perfect.
It looks,
that
it's
sounds
really
good.
good. And yeah, the squid.
And he looks
Hang on. Hang on.
Hilarious.
I haven't seen
so dissatisfied. He's like, what have I done? It was gross.
it. Hang on.
Keep him. I actually really like him.
No, he's not staying.
He just does
We
nothing.
can call him the little Empress.
Why can't I see it?
It got
It's
the
in
Questbook one. No, not the.
Frostmoor,
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
yeah.
All right.
Excellent. Cool. All right, so we begin sailing the seas.
Sailing
What
the
an
seas,
adventure.
right? So you are in the Gulf of Ankhorn presently, where it's very still. There's a bit of wind and there's a bit of rocking and toing and froing on the boat, but relatively speaking, it's pretty still. Yeah, that's a good version of the boat. Perfect.
Right.
Right. I mean,
Oh,
that's
really?
still
Where is
double
it?
the size, though. To be fair, it's half that size because it's. There's 1 mast, but you've still got 2 layers of oars
yeah.
in that boat, don't you? Actually, you know what? Oh, yeah, there is. There's 2 layers of oars, so it would only be 1 layer, but still very similar. Okay.
Right.
cool.
So
Okay.
like just drag that down a bit, maybe. Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
Makes sense.
It wouldn't be too hard to adapt, I imagine, if I was drawing it. I say that now. Poor Maria has to do the actual.
Sweet. That's our boat. That's our
adaptation.
little Empress.
Right. And so you take the little Empress up the Gulf of Ankhorn, and to get to the tip of of this gulf will probably take 4 days. And then you go across the gulf to the other side. At which point you're actually seeing the edge of the Angkor Empire. And how close are
Sorry.
you probably need to tell me where you're going at this point, actually.
I mean, we're
I
headed
did-
towards Vanderhold, right? Are we going north?
We trust the sailors. We don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, well, yeah. I suppose we would say, Captain Slynn, set a course for Vanderhold, please.
Captain
She
Slim, you'll
says-
now be known as First Mate Slim.
She tells you that there are several ways to get to Vanderhold from here. We can
Oh,
go
aye.
north, or we can go around the south tip of the island.
What's
What's your
faster and
favourite
what's
way?
more dangerous?
She says, "Well, it depends on the pirates and the sea creatures and the weather and our luck."
What's your favorite way?
She says, "Oh,"
Fastest way. Fastest.
she says, "I would go around the southern tip.
All right.
We'll go along the bottom of the island first, and you'll see some of the fishing villages as we come along to heading to Vanderhold."
Sounds
Alright.
pretty
Very
good.
well. Let's do that.
All right.
What
and-
can we
Make it
do
so.
to pass time while we're doing this? This seems rather boring.
Well, out of game, yes, you have some downtime.
Oh, no,
Definitely have
alright.
some downtime.
I give Mr. Slim the squid. This is yours now. This is your job. You protect this thing.
Okay.
It's not fair.
Long story short, that these sorts of things will occur. There'll be some amusing moments on the boat. It's also going to be there's going to be some storms to weather as well, which will be fun. You do
Are
not
they-
get attacked by any pirates, remarkably.
Hmm.
You do see some whales blowing water, blowing spouts
Ah,
out in the sea.
whales blowing spouts. Cool. Yeah.
Eventually, you can see land on the horizon, and you're heading towards that land, and you get closer and closer, and you see it's quite mountainous and big ice glaciers, big cliffs of ice around the edge of this landmass, and seals and things, and smaller islands around the bottom of that, rocky outcrops, that sort of thing. Not a lot of trees on these land masses. Very, very frosty, snowy, subarctic.
Hmm.
Very close to that. So I guess we're talking about places like Iceland, Finland, anywhere that's on the edge of the Arctic Circle.
Yeah.
That's how this kind of is playing out.
Okay.
You get to the island and you spend like another few days traveling around the island. You see a number of boats. You see even bigger ships going past opposite you. Can you make perception checks each, please?
I got a 22.
22.
17.
Net one.
Right.
Oh,
Gimbal, you're asleep when this happens.
16.
16. Okay.
Alright.
Well, the other three of you will see that there is a very fine looking, very well built, very flash looking cutter chopping across the sea in the direction opposite to you, going remarkably quickly against the wind.
Hmm.
They must have a boat wizard.
that's a good point. Why don't I crack out this staff and see how it goes, there, guys?
You wanna
Mm.
shoot
Hey.
to it?
Yeah. Well,
It's been a while, yeah.
In
I
ages.
was going to attune
Okay.
to it when we're Gimbal. Yeah, Gimbal asked me if I would assume that I'm tuned to it. I mean, if not, I can spend an extra day and
We can
Attune
say
to it,
you're attuned to it.
or
We can attune you to
Alright.
it, but I just want to make sure you have enough attunement slots. That's all.
I should do. I'm pretty sure I'm only attuned to one thing at the moment. Oh no, two things. Ledivar. So I've got one more thing that I can
What
attune
about a
to.
sanding stone? You tuned to the one of those?
No,
I
I'm
think
not.
Hank had one.
All right.
No, I didn't get one. I didn't take one. Yeah, I've just got my ring of protection and Ledivar at the moment.
So Ring of
Oh wait,
Protection
does the one magic missile require attunement? It doesn't look like it does because
Does
I've got
not.
it equipped. Yeah.
Yeah, it does not.
All right, cool.
I
So
think
yeah.
Right, well,
I haven't-
attune the staff then. If you want to attune a staff, any staff, anything that looks vaguely like it, it's obviously
Okay.
it's not going to be the thing, but
Yeah,
you
yeah,
will
'cause it's
know
custom.
What it is just so
Okay,
that the
cool.
spell
I'll-
slot is. So
Yeah.
the attunement slot is taken up.
I can make one up actually. I might make one up.
Cool. That'd be even
Yeah.
better. That'd be awesome. Share it with me when you've done that, if you would.
Like I did with Ledivar. Yeah, and I warned Captain Slyn. I said, Captain Slyn, there's we may experience some turbulence.
All right. And so you put you start fucking gusting this
Yeah. So I hold it in both hands. I'm like,
Right.
I'm leaning back. I'm like,
Okay. So what you discover is that you can cast Gust of Wind every turn as a
Yes.
bonus action as a cantrip, or you can literally just hold it open like a fucking hose, which will only work.
A hose of wind.
Right. It only works on a boat, and it only works for this purpose. You
Right.
can't use it on enemies.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
So you can literally just push the boat along with your Gust of Wind, and it
Okay, cool.
triples your speed at least.
All right. Yeah.
Yay.
Cool.
Okay. All right. And so thusly you are approaching the islands, the Ben Vanaheim Islands, and you're getting to the island, the smaller of the two, the one on which Vanderhold is, aptly named Vanderhold Island. And by the time, as you were getting here, things that you learn about Vanderhold from the crew and from other people as you have traveled here, things that you should know. This is pretty much the furthest north that you can get, except for the next island, which is about the same sort of distance.
I'd call that an achievement.
Yeah. This is what was I going to say? Right. So there has been a lot of fighting here over the last few hundred years, as these two different human castes have been at war with each other, until more recently when the Moldrayan Protectorate sent up a group of soldiers to sort this shit out and get the fighting to stop. And they basically concentrated all of the power in the hands of somebody named Lord Montcoff in Vanderhold.
I see.
Lord Montcoff was given assistance. What you then gather is that the Barrack Isle envoy has had a presence here on and off for a while, and that there was apparently they assisted the Moldrayan Protectorate to take these lands and to bring peace to this place.
Right.
If it hadn't been for them, they may still be at war.
So the Barrack Isle envoy's got a pretty good name here.
It's got a name here.
Right. Okay.
It's, they've definitely been here and present here on and off over the years for a long time.
Gotcha.
Quick question.
Okay.
Is the 1 month travel time, is that taking into account having a boat visit, or is it just like pure
That was the
vanilla?
original time. Yeah, that was the pure vanilla time. Now
He only did it on the last day.
No, you
Yeah.
don't. So what we'll say is that you can save 2 weeks out of the whole.
Yay.
All right. You shave 2 weeks off the trip. Hank, you're very sick of standing there like this, though.
Yeah, I was going to say I probably wouldn't be doing it every day because it would be
Put up
a
your
bore
chair.
like-
Oh, it takes
Yeah.
that long.
Get a chair, sit down, hold it,
Prop it forward.
I would do that for sure.
Yeah.
Eventually,
You'd be like- you'd be like-
probably after 15 minutes, I'd be like, nah, I'm
Yeah.
going to sit
I'm
down.
pretty sure there's the one that starts to like heat up though at some
I'm going
point.
to show
Like,
you. I'm going to show you what Hank's doing. He's going.
All right. Yeah, yeah, that's it.
Someone
That's it.
passes him another hamburger.
Yeah.
Another,
Well, eventually I'll probably like wear a groove into the floorboards,
Right.
and then just like knock it in there and hold it like this, so I can have it with one hand, and then just like
Hank, it also occurs to you that this shit would work on like an ice sled.
Cool. All right, well, we'll have to try that. I have that thought while I'm just sitting there like mugging down some grog, and I'm like, I wonder what this would do on ice. Actually, this would be quite interesting too.
Right.
Glug glug glug.
And it's just thinking that you're having to change direction to dodge big chunks of fucking ice too, because there are icicles. What do we call them? Icebergs.
Icebergs, yeah.
Floating around as well. So
Okay.
you're swimming, going amongst the icebergs now.
Probably get a little bit too close to some of them as I drink more grog.
If you've ever played Neverwinter, the game, if you've ever been to the Sea of Moving Ice, it's a bit like that.
No, not the RPG,
Nope.
not the online one. I
Or
played
if you've-
Neverwinter Nights.
I've heard of
but-
the Sea of Moving Ice.
Right, you could even, I'm guessing if you Google the Sea of Moving Ice, there's probably images.
I think the last Icewind Dale campaign had, a bunch.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I see you. All right. Cool. I mean, I know we're 10 minutes under, but can't really start anything new in 10 minutes, can we?
Oh,
Well,
I don't. Yeah, like
we can-
Vanderhold.
Okay, so for the end of our story today, I'll just wrap up with the description. Then, as you arrive in Vanderhold, after going past a bunch of fishing villages, you've seen some castles in the distance and inland, massive structures, like natural structures among the mountains and things, and some ancient Ostorian ruins even here, but fewer, to be fair. And finally, as you get to what they call Vanderhold, you see something nobody has seen before as you come around the corner. And your crew have been alluding to this thing that you were going to see when you get here for a long time, but nobody said a word about it. And as you come around the cape, the end of the headland, you can see stretched out on the beach from one end of the beach to the other, and it's like 5 miles long. There is a massive, and Gimbal, this is going to strike you very strongly. There is a massive, massive squid on the beach. Its tentacles laying along the beach for miles.
Is
Huge thing.
it dead?
You don't know because you've only just clapped eyes on it.
Jesus.
As you get closer, you realize it's definitely dead. In fact, parts of it are missing. It's parts of it are in the sea. The back end of it looks like it's been ripped off it somehow.
Wow.
And out in the bay, further out in the bay, you see a bunch of sailing ships that are half sunk. There's their masts sticking out of the water, and the prow of one of them is sticking straight up. They're rotted and busted ships. These are very old. This is not recent.
Is a squid like rotting?
Yes, but it's frozen.
But
It's
I go grab
And there's a
Nomo and then I
mountain-
slap him on the.
There's a mountain
the
of ice
railing.
and snow. There's a mountain of ice and snow on top of it.
Mm.
And so you can sort of see it, but it's capped.
Oh, shit,
I like to
okay.
imagine a situation of where like the smell was coming before we saw it,
Yeah.
and like
yeah.
Josiah's on deck and he's like,
What the fuck is that?
Hank, did you shit your pants again? And,
No,
and
man,
then
but it does
the
smell
boat
like
turns the
some of that
corner.
fermented fish.
And as the boat turns the corner, you all shit your pants. Okay, and that, as they say, is that.
Oh,
So out of game, it's some kind of kraken /
Yeah.
star beast thing that has washed up, and it's been here
Yuck.
for years.
wow.
It's actually part of Max Easy's character's backstory.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
Right.
I've heard tell of some gross sea beast
I've got a
in
few
the
questions
in the
that, yeah,
chronicles.
I need to ask people about this thing.
One last thing I'll give you too is at the base of this thing on the beach, you can see that one side of it is covered in what look like trellises, tents, coverings, structures that have been built up on the side of it.
Oh.
Not unlike who would have a clue here? Gimbal.
Witzberg.
Gimbal, can you make a survival check
Okay.
or an investigation check? Actually, depending on what's higher for you.
21.
21. Gimbal, the only time you've ever seen this kind of structure or construction amongst anybody is humans or dwarves digging mines, mining.
That's okay. So I see that then after you see the squid, and that answers one of my questions of like, there's got to be, because the first thing I think is treasure in the belly. And then that would explain that.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And there we go.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Cool. Thanks all.
Very good.
Great session.
right.
Have a
Oy.
Yeah, no,
great week.
marathon.
Yeah.
Very
At
good.
least it wasn't a marathon of just endless combat.
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
that's good.
Cinedane's portal.
But I loved that. To be honest,
That was
I thought
great.
that was awesome.
that was really
Like,
good.
good-
Strategic
Good to
fun.
do some investigation and some other things as well. Yeah.
Alright.
I'm really, really glad that we didn't get arrested and put in jail for killing that Goliath. I thought that was what was going to happen when we were surrounded by people. I was like, fuck, they've somehow in the last 20 minutes managed to find this hiding place and this Goliath, and now the authorities are going to throw us in jail and we're all going to get lashed or killed or something.
Next time I'm jumping out a window.
See, instead of getting thrown in jail, you got given a boat and a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, that was great. We got a boat now. I'm so stoked we got a boat. Stoked for the boat.
You've got your crow's rest and you've got a boat. Sadly, you can't get them both in the same place at the same time.
No.
Hey, we might be able to. Hang on a second. Wheels.
I mean, we could put a sled on it, right?
Slap some wheels
underneath
on the
it.
sides.
You
Up and
could
go.
put a sled on it.
Aqueduct.
No, I'm thinking though, like we could maybe later on down the line, build a little harbor in that area to the east of Balkanard.
Build a
if you're looking at the
harbour.
map. Yeah, why not? I mean, not a harbor, but like a little jetty.
That
Like
seems like
lay
a
it
lot
in
of
there.
effort.
Well, it's not that far.
It's doable.
Yeah, it's doable. It's closer to Balkanard than Ankhorn is.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
All right, gang.
Pretty cool.
Sweet.
Yeah,
Thanks all.
I'll leave you to it. I'm off
Yeah.
to clean
Good
my
day.
house.
We'll see
Next
you
week.
later.
Have a great day. See you in
Bye-bye.
Discord.
Bye
Ciao, ciao.
bye.
Bye.